What's going on, Canes fans? Woo! Woo! I'm not used to being here on a Sunday night. I'm usually chilling with the fam, trying to casually watch some NFL games. But you know what? I got a little something on my mind tonight, and I said, you know what? Let's do an emergency live stream. Sounds kind of extreme, right? An emergency live stream. Because there's not a single video or live stream on my channel right now that does not mention Tyler Van Dyke and putting him on the bench, or Emory Williams, or Ja'Carri Brown, or something involving the quarterbacks. Now, I came out a couple weeks ago and I said there is no QB controversy at Miami. And people said, Coop, you are out of your freaking mind. But they didn't listen to the next part of that sentence. The fans believe there is a QB controversy, but there technically isn't. As long as they feel like they can trot Tyler Van Dyke out onto the field, Tyler Van Dyke is going to play. Mario has reiterated that a million times and has said TVD is QB number one. Now, with that being said, even though there's not officially one, when you ask the coaching staff, fans are definitely up in arms about this. Tyler Van Dyke has thrown 7 interceptions in 3 games. He's looked off. It appears that he's dealing with both a finger injury and a leg injury. So let's talk about it. Tonight, I'm going to open up the phone line, and here is your opportunity to call in and speak your mind. Uncensored, completely unfiltered. You don't have to hold back. You don't have to worry about if people in the chat or Coop doesn't agree with your opinion. Right here's your opportunity. You don't have to play keyboard warrior. You can call the show and tell me tell me what needs to happen in this quarterback situation, debate, whatever the heck we want to label this thing as. Okay? So let's do it tonight. I'm going to open up the phone lines, but let me take a moment. I want to show you a couple of things before we actually dive into this. Is that fair? I want to show you some stats. I do want to share my opinion on this as well, because I'm not going to sit here and ask you guys for your opinion and me not give mine, even though you probably already know what mine is. My opinion is that a mostly healthy Tyler Van Dyke would still give this team the best opportunity to win games at this point in the season. Now, let me explain. When I say mostly healthy TVD, he has to actually be 90 to 100%. Right now, I think that's BS. I do not believe that Tyler is 90 to 100%, especially if you want to factor in the possibility of physical, issues with his body and mental. So when you factor in both of those, he is not 90 to 100%. With that being said, I don't know if this is a situation. Let me explain. If maybe Tyler is thrusting himself in there and pushing to play because he is worried about losing his starting job. I don't know if that's the case. We're just putting everything out on the table tonight. Or maybe is it a possibility that the staff doesn't want to burn Emory's red shirt because Emory has now played in 4 games, right? He's played in 4 games. So maybe they don't want to toss him out there unless absolutely necessary. And again, the next thing is going to be everyone is going to yell, what about Ja'Carri Brown, Coop? He's played in 0 games so far this season. He would be okay. We have 4 more games. He could play in all of them. Heck, he could start them. There's a reason why Emory Williams was splitting the first team reps last week for the Virginia game, knowing that if he played, it would burn his red shirt. That tells you all you need to know. Right? Yes or no? Yes or no? So I'm not going to sit here and act like Tyler Van Dyke has been playing perfect. We're going to look at the stats. Obviously, there's been a lot of frustration. I believe that him in his current condition, whatever that may be, is holding the team back to an extent. He's been open and said, hey, I've put this defense in some really difficult positions. He thanked Andy Borregales. He thanked the defense. He's put us in some really bad spots these last couple of weeks. Let's take a look at the stats. I'm not going to do too much talking. You thought you get 4 games before burning a red shirt? You do. Emory has played in 4 if you count the Clemson game. So it shows if he split the reps in preparation for the Virginia game that they were willing to burn it instead of playing Jakari. Like I said, that tells me all I need to know. It's no hate on Jakari, but if they're literally willing to burn Emory's red shirt, which they believe is the future of the program at the quarterback position, then there's no way they're going to trot Jakari out on the field as the starter at any point this season, in my opinion. I'm just saying. No hate. No hate. Just saying. Stealth Striker, my man. Re-upping that Canes fan membership. Cheese It Bowl, here we come with TVD at the helm. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. I'm not going to talk too long because I want to open up the phone line because I want to let you guys get in here. All right? I'm not going to play around, though. But if people ask, please help me out and tell them Coop spoke his piece at the beginning. A healthy Tyler Van Dyke puts Miami in the best position to win games. But I believe he's dealing with a lot of physical injuries, maybe that are a little worse than we're being told, and some mental things. So I don't really know where that puts Miami. It's tough, right? I do want to show one thing here with the stats. All right, check this out. These are Tyler Van Dyke's stats so far this season, and I drew a red line here. And what I want to ask you guys is what happened from these first 4 games to the following 3 games above that red line. Of course, we're starting with the first game of the season, Miami of Ohio, down at the bottom. And here's what I want to point out, all right? Let's go game by game. Miami of Ohio, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Follow along here. Texas A&M, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Bethune, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Temple, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Massive red line here. Georgia Tech, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. North Carolina, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Clemson missing because Emory started. The following week, Virginia, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
This is what it takes to wear the U.
He had 1 interception in the first 4 weeks
Emory
of the season.
Is the future. The future starts now.
And then has 7 the following 3 games. Again, remembering that Clemson, he didn't play, right? So what happened here? I want to see from you guys what you think happened here. There's no one single answer. There's so many variables that go into, the outcome of a football game and the stats and everything. What happened? I see a couple things. Number 1 is probably consistency on the level of competition, right? Miami of Ohio, I don't want to hear it. Whatever. All right? They're a good MAC team. That's about it. Bethune, nobody. Temple, nobody. Don't want to hear it. Texas A&M, I still think was a decent win. I know they're not the best. They're like 5-3 right now, but still a decent win. We got fired up for that one, right? Then we get into conference play here. This is also where we start talking about leg injury on top of the finger injury. This is where we start talking about level of competition. This is where we start talking about teams have film on Miami with their first year OC and DC and what we like to do. So it's really just a combination of things. right? It's got to be. It has to do, it's bigger than just Tyler Van Dyke. I'm not going to lie, he's put us in some tough situations. He is staring down receivers. He's really zeroing in on X because he still feels like that's his security blanket. Dealing with a couple of injuries, lots of film on our offense and defense at that point, level of competition. It's a lot of things, right? Bye week curse. Yeah. So it's a lot, right? So what's the solution? What's the solution for right now to win games now in 2023? What's the play? What's the plan? I'm curious. Now I want people to keep in mind. I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. I'm just putting it out there, okay? I want everyone to keep in mind that Emory was 24 of 33 for 151, 1 touchdown, 1 pick in the Clemson game. If you take away the overtime yardage, he threw for 136. 136, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. We have not seen Jakari at all this season. I will still always argue, I want to be right here on live, even though I posted on the videos in case people skip it, that it does kind of, bro, it irks me when I see Tyler not showing any emotion on the sideline. But that has always been him. That was Tyler last year. That was Tyler in 2021. He never really shows a lot of emotion. He bottles it up and just keeps it inside. That's always been him, and that will never change. I know I keep harping on it, but that will never be different. That's him. But we also have to talk about the fact that if now we start playing QB hokey pokey, if the coaching staff believes Tyler can play, but then they play Emory anyways and burn the red shirt, then he comes out and doesn't impress like people want him to, then you throw Tyler back in, then what kind of monster have you created? Let's put it all out there, guys. Let's talk about everything. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not leave stuff out. Let's put the tough questions out there and discuss them. Come on. And I'm reading everything you guys are putting. I'm about to get caught up here. I want to see what you guys have to say, and then I'm opening up the phone line. I've spoke my piece, all right? It's a very interesting spot to be in, for sure. Christopher Leonard coming in with the 2. He says, Emory is the future, and the future starts now. I know that Christopher Leonard is a big fan of Emory Williams. Now, I do have to ask. I'm hype on Emory Williams as well, overall. Are people willing to take the lumps and bumps with a freshman quarterback in the second half of this season? Actually, we're more than halfway through it. In the final 4 games of this season. I'm just asking. With an NC State team coming up that also beat Clemson last week, a Florida State team that's undefeated and looking very consistent, probably playing in the ACC championship game. Scratch that, they are playing in the ACC championship game. A Louisville team that has 1 loss, and a Boston College that's an away game the day after Thanksgiving. Are people willing to do that? I'm just asking. We were hype on TVD also in his freshman year, and that's why I say I'm not saying that it's the wrong answer. We're just bringing up everything. We're going to address all of it. Why Jakari not the future? And yes, I like Emory, and it's a fair question to ask. I believe that based on what the coaching staff has seen, Zach, again, we go back to the Virginia game. If Emory is taking first team reps, splitting them with Tyler in preparation for the Virginia game in case he can't play, the coaching staff obviously doesn't see anything out of Jakari for him to jump Emory. And again, remembering that Emory is a freshman and that would have burned his red shirt. So think about it. Think about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Zach. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Yeah, I love it. I'm ready to talk about it tonight. This is an awesome turnout on a random night like this. It is. It is. And, man, I want people to let it rip. Let it rip. Tell me, dying to say my piece. I can't wait to open up the phone line. Be ready. I don't think the decision to not play Emery has anything to do with his red shirt at all. I think it's a mix of Mario being too stubborn for his own good and TVD possibly misleading them on his injury. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. And, maybe there is this thing with Mario and TVD having seniority, and Mario has always pushed that Tyler is our guy. He is our quarterback. Maybe. Sit X out so TVD is forced to look at other receivers. I mean, some people have said that, but that's not really fair to X, though. Like, think about that. Is it really fair to Restrepo to say, you know what? Our quarterback is throwing you the ball too much. You're going to have to sit. What? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. That needs to be more you talk to your quarterback. I don't know about that. Devin Cloud says it's too late for a new QB now. Okay. He showed more emotion watching Emery beat Clemson. Fair. Okay. Open the phone line. Yeah, and talking about the stats, I agree. Better competition. It's a mixture of a lot of things, right? Okay. Let's get it opened up. My man Doodoo in the building. Okay. Too late to play QB hokey pokey. That's fair. You thought the red shirt was gone with Clemson? I don't believe so, because you can participate in 4 games, and Clemson marked the 4th game that he has played in. So he still has it currently. I see Duck in the building also. Tyler can't cite has had 3 OCs in 3 seasons. I think all the hype went to his head his first season when all the fans loved him. Now he knows the heat is on him and his confidence is shot. So here's one last question. Would you guys be upset? Because there are a lot of people who say it's time for the future. It's Emery time. Are you guys going to be pissed if Tyler decides to stay and we see him next year and give him a second year under Dawson's offense? Keeping in mind that it's everybody's first year under Dawson's offense. TVD, Emery, and Jakari. Because if TVD stays, he's QB1, period. Like I said, there is no QB controversy. Tyler is quarterback number 1 if he is at Miami. So if he stays next year, there will be no open competition. There will be no quarterback battle. No matter what the media spins or whatever the coaches say, Tyler Van Dyke would have to absolutely implode in the spring and in the fall for Emery to jump him, because then at that point he would just go somewhere else anyways or would have left for the NFL. If he stays, he's playing next year. If he's healthy, cool. Yes. TVD needs to go. No, it'll be his first year in the offense. Give me Brown. See, we're so split. We are so split right now. Jakari Brown will win the job next season. Some fans are counting him out or tell him to switch positions.
Say what?
Nah, I don't think so. Why are you so high on TVD? I'm not. That's what I'm saying. People, bro, I'm not saying that I'm so high on TVD. People aren't listening. What I'm saying is a healthy Tyler Van Dyke right now at this point in the season would give us the best chance to win games, assuming he actually was 90 to 100%, which I don't think that he is. When I say there's no QB controversy, I'm talking about the coaching staff. I'm saying there is no QB battle. People said, Coop, they're going to have to open up the QB competition again. They're not going to do that 8 weeks into the season. They're not going to. It's Tyler Van Dyke, Emery Williams, Jakari Brown. Try to preserve Emery's red shirt if you can. If you can't, we need to win games right now for the sake of recruiting and the future of this program. If Tyler Van Dyke says he can play, they're playing him. It's common sense. All right, let's open it up. Let's go. Let's freaking go. We're keeping all the conversations about quarterbacks. All about quarterbacks tonight. Call in. Don't be shy. I don't freaking care, man. Say whatever you want to say. All right? Let's open it up. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Boom, it's open. Call me right now, 865-229-4131. I spoke my piece. Now it's your turn. This is going to be interesting. So, first caller gets through to talk about the QB controversy debate thing here is Nick Snyder, the Florida State fan. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that would work.
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay.
From an outside perspective here, what's let me just ask you, okay? Oh
Mhm.
boy, let's start it off hot, okay? Are Miami fans delusional? Are Miami fans crazy, Nick?
Well, that's why I wanted to call and give a outside perspective, and I don't at all intend to be a bleephole about it. I've said this actually prior weeks. FSU fans will get frustrated with me, but in Tyler Van Dyke, he reminds me of a lot of Jameis's play style. The difference between TVD and Jameis Winston is Jameis Winston was surrounded by guys that all went in the NFL. So when Jameis, and he threw a billion interceptions, the team was just good enough to be like, yeah, whatever, shrug it off and continue along their way. He's a gunslinger. He throws it up there and expects his receivers to make a play. Now, with what he's been performing like with uncharacteristic throws, where it's just like, okay, there's no one in orange anywhere around, that's where I think the injuries come in. So obviously the coaching staff isn't going to reveal any of that because that tells the defensive staff exactly how to defend him. If he's got a bum leg, just blitz him all day. If he's really bad at, reading coverages and his fingers not so good, okay, so put, 7 guys back there. I think for Miami fans, what you need to consider in this, it's Mario's trying to build a program. You're in year 2 of a rebuild. And this year, and I'm not saying he's going to tank it or anything, like, is he going to burn that red shirt on a year you cannot win the ACC? You're still working on recruiting, but you have your proof of concept.
Yeah, and that's got to be a fine line there, right? Like what we talked about, you don't want to burn the red shirt with Emory, but obviously it seems that he would be the go-to over Jakari, so you don't throw the guy in there that you think can't win you the game necessarily, if we're being honest.
It's really possible to ruin a kid.
Yeah.
If you throw him out there into the fire and he's not ready and you just wreck his confidence, what does the rest of the team look like? Are you really that solid in the trenches where he can perform? Yes, the Clemson game was outstanding to a degree because Clemson does have the best athletes in the ACC, but they're imploding for whatever reason. That's a coaching problem on their side. That's not a talent problem. But what is the rest of the season worth? Is it worth burning that red shirt or not? And what about Jakari? Like a mobile quarterback that could be beneficial.
This is what it take.
It really depends to me what
on the side of your
exactly TVD's injury.
TVD
and like you said,
with a
if he's like
consistent
90,
OC for
95%,
wouldn't mind trying it next
then
year
yeah,
if he chooses
you
to
play him
stay.
for the experience.
Nobody would be successful with the
because I would
situation he
protect
has
the
been
freshman
in.
personally. I would play towards the future. Playing towards the future doesn't mean you play now and you get your satisfaction right now, but next year could be amazing. Next year you could just brand new X and O. There's no losses on.
It's just tough because just looking at it
no
from
one wants to lose.
Looking at it from the outside, I know that he marches out there and plays, but it just seems like there's more going on with TVD than is being said, which again is to be expected. As you said, right? You don't want to give teams an edge. You don't want to put too much information out there, but just based on the way he's been playing, it seems like there's a little more there.
And that's where I think Mario, again, he's trying to build the program. He's not trying to – he's trying to win now, but he's not trying to endanger the future of the program by winning right now either. I know that sounds silly, but
no, fair.
You got to take your licks at some point. I don't think your QB room is developed enough. Like, TVD is the best guy. And I'm really afraid – I don't like playing freshmen. And Florida State, we know all about it. His name is James Blackman. And that man was running for his life his entire career because our dudes just couldn't block. We never had an offensive line. And the poor man transferred to somewhere out west to something. He actually got some time on the Dolphins practice squad. But
I'm just laughing. Guys, I'm just laughing because people are calling you too reasonable.
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to be a baseball Like, what do you want me to say? Oh, you're guys shocking.
Remember, Nick, Miami fans always have both a pitchfork and a torch in arm's reach, ready to go to war, Nick. Come on now.
I know. We'll do that in November. We'll do that in November. It'll be fun.
So
But,
you're
no,
saying if Tyler Van Dyke can go out there and play, you probably play him?
Yeah, either that or Curry. I wouldn't touch Emory. I think
Okay.
that red shirt is precious because,
Okay.
you're building a program. So, if you build the program, you have a special season. Like, again, I get criticized in chat for an FSU history lesson. But Norvell had to take his lumps, and he developed Jordan Travis. That's why Jordan Travis is a feel-good story, because the dude was totally willing to switch positions. But no one, including me, thought Jordan Travis could throw a forward pass. The dude was, just solely a runner. So you have to develop your dudes, and you have to trust your coaching staff to develop the dudes. And, you've had a brand-new coordinator again. So TVD's been – where is his head at with injuries?
In outer space, I believe. In outer space. So, Nick.
And what about the other QBs?
Yeah. I appreciate you, Nick. I'm sorry to cut you short. I'm going to try – what I'm going to do, the plan I think tonight, I'm going to try to get people we'll do 5 minutes or so, give people an opportunity to speak their piece. But I did want to see what a Florida State fan thought about the situation. So –
it's just program building.
I appreciate you calling in, Nick. We'll see if the people agree or disagree.
Yep. My fingers.
All right. Have a good night, bro.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. And that's how we'll do it, y'all. Nick, if you can hear me again already, I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. We'll try to keep them around 5 minutes, so don't be pissed at Coop. Don't start throwing trash and stuff at me like we throw it on the field if I cut you off at about the 5-minute mark. All right, we'll try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. I want as many people to call in as possible tonight because I need to hear from you guys. Michael Kiernan coming in and taking over the top spot on the board. TVD with a consistent OC for once. Wouldn't mind trying it next year if he chooses to stay. Nobody would be successful with the situation he has been in. Okay, so looking at possibly, being willing to give Tyler Van Dyke another year so he can have a consistent OC for once. Understandable. Okay. I feel you there. And Nick Polly, re-upping that Canes fan membership with level 2. Appreciate you, bro. My man Nick Polly. How have you and the wife been? Let me get you up here. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my man Moises Gonzalez with the 5. He's going to take over the board. TVD will start, but will get swapped with Emory. TVD has a knee injury that changes his form while throwing. We need to get ready for Florida State. Use both QBs. Appreciate you, Moises. I'll get you set atop your throne here in just a moment. Phone line's open back up. Come on. Come on. Hey, Xavier, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yo, 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 John O'Mara. What's up?
Mr. Coop, how you doing, Bubba?
John, I'm ready to settle this.
I am too. I'm
but
with you.
Amongst the
100%.
fans, right? Like, I understand that we carry no weight when it comes to the coach's decision on who's starting. Mario and Dawson aren't sitting back watching this right now, and they're like, dang, Coop brings up a good point. Man, you know what? When I heard John O'Mara say that, you know what? We got to make some changes, right? But amongst the fans, let's settle this.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Damn right. So my take on it is, I think Tyler's been hurt all season. To start with the Miami game, he had the brace on his finger.
That's true.
Now, the difference in the Tyler then to the Tyler now is not only just the stiffness of competition, but Tyler before had his legs to bail him out. If you recall, in the first few games, Tyler was moving. He was running, taking, if he needed to scramble, he would. Now, if you look at him, he's a statue back there. He moves a little bit left, right, but he's not making, 5, 10, 20-yard runs. He's staying behind the pocket.
TVD will start,
either
but will
handing
get
the ball
swapped with
off,
Emery.
or he,
TVD has a knee injury that changes
doing
his form while
throwing it to the wrong
throwing.
receiver.
We need to get
But
ready
I think
for
the reason he
FSU.
stares down
Use both
Restrepo is that's the
QBs.
one guy he knows that he believes that could save a bad pass. I mean, the way he's looking at it as, if I'm not 100% and I'm throwing this ball and I'm not really confident in the way I'm throwing, that's the one guy I have a feel for that I believe will bail me out. You know, if I'm going to throw a 50-50 ball, that's my guy.
And who did you say? Did you say X or Colby? I couldn't hear you.
Restrepo.
Restrepo, okay.
X. Yeah, Restrepo. That's why he stares them down. I mean, God, it's painfully obvious when you're looking at him, he's staring down wide receivers. I mean, we watched that in the game when he got picked off in the last game. I mean, the corner sitting there just watching his eyes, and he's looking down one guy and throwing into double, triple coverage, and he's always going for Restrepo. But in the first, 4 or 5 games, if you watch him, he was running. He'd come out of how many times have we seen him go? He would rush for 4 or 5 yards to get a first down or do something. But now he's not doing any of that because that leg is bad, and they're just not letting us know how bad it is.
Yeah, I do firmly believe it is much worse. I do.
I do too. I think he's running it out. I think he has no confidence because he knows he can't plant, he can't run, and his throwing hand's bad. What confidence would he have?
And maybe the coaching staff feels like, again, this takes us back to, maybe if they're not wanting to burn Emery's red shirt, what if they feel like that with the improved O-line play that we can just continue to run it down people's throats and Tyler Van Dyke just has to be okay back there? I know that he's putting us in bad positions with the interceptions and stuff, but is that a possibility?
I would agree with that. And a lot of the reason I believe that he was having throwing issues to start with is all the screen passes, the little bubble passes that we've been throwing. Not a lot of stuff downfield. We all bitching, throw it downfield, throw it downfield. Well, if he didn't have the feel in his hand to throw it downfield, he knew that anything over 10, 15 yards was questionable at best.
Yeah.
He's underthrowing everybody. He doesn't really have any touch on it this year. I mean, go back 2 years ago, yeah, he could put the ball thus to Tyler Van Dyne, but it's not Van Dyne this year. I mean,
No.
It looks like when he throws the ball up, he's just as surprised where it goes as anybody else.
So then, what does John do? That's what I want to know.
Well, here's the problem.
We got a problem. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're really in a very complex situation here because right now, honestly, are we doing the right thing for Tyler Van Dyke by keeping him out there and letting his confidence get beaten to death? I mean, I know that everybody was like, oh, screw him, we'll move on. But really, is that fair to the kid? He's family. And I mean, is this the right way to treat him? We know he's not right. We know he's grutting it out. Do we keep beating a dead horse like this? We did this to him last year. I mean, this is the same thing we did to him last year. He was put out there in the Florida State game, got re-injured. We barely wait for him to get close to something healthy, and then we put him back out there again, injured again. So we're putting this kid out there beaten and battered, and what's that doing for his future? I mean, I know the future of the program is one thing, but what about the future of the athlete as well? I mean, maybe we'd be better served to, like you say, sometimes you got to take your lumps. I know Jakari's not the future, and they don't want to burn Emery, but maybe we let Jakari have some of the snaps at this point rather than burning up Emery or burning up TVD any further. I mean, I feel bad for TVD. I mean,
man, though, so like what happens, because I see that point of view. I try to be open-minded. What happens, and I'm putting this out there for everybody in the live chat to answer too, what happens then if we say, oh, crap, we don't want to burn Emery's red shirt, there's only 4 games left? Again, we talk about where do you draw the line with red shirting, then plus actual wins and losses in the current season. If you throw Jakari out there, I'm just hypothetical. You throw Jakari out there, he sucks it up. Oh no, this is why he's number 3 in that rotation. Now what? Do you fall back to Tyler again?
Well, at that point, I would have to say yes, because here's your problem. You're got a TVD out there who can't run and can't throw. At least Jakari has the ability to run if he needs to. I mean, he's giving you that athletic side. What athletic side are you getting out of TVD at this moment other than experience and the ability to hand off a football? because really right now we can't rely on his passing game, and we can't rely on his legs.
That's where I would be worried not worried. Worried's the wrong word. Because again, I feel like the coaching staff knows that we can pound the rock, so we can run it with like the running backs, and if we throw Brashard back there or something. So they really I argue
the football off just as good.
Because I was gonna say I argue that they want someone back there that can make some of those throws, but Tyler's not necessarily doing it right now.
Tyler can't hit the tight ends. He can't hit the wide receivers. He had trouble throwing the bubble screen in the last game. If you're really watching, he was having trouble getting it over the line, over the defensive line. He was having trouble hitting the halfback out of the back. I mean, when you say enough is enough for this kid, I mean, you're wrecking him.
So who does he choose as of right now? So I believe John said I'll let him speak again. I would go Jakari. Okay.
Based on now, that's if they're not trying to burn his red shirt.
Right.
Emery's red shirt. Now, if they're not concerned about the red shirt, Emery all day. Let Emery go out there. Let him see what he can do with the team. I mean, you put Emery up against Clemson. That's not a small task for a quarterback to go up against someone like that, and he held it together. He didn't panic. He did all the right things. He didn't lose us the game, so to speak. He did enough to put us in a position where we could win. Against a team like North Carolina State or Virginia, that would be good. Now, this would also give maybe Tyler a chance to heal a little bit before Florida State, because that's our biggest test coming up. Let's put it out there. They are a beast right now. I mean, I hate all the time, but they're a beast.
Bro, if you throw, okay, can we be honest, Canes fans? Look, be real. If you throw Tyler Van Dyke out there against Florida State, and he plays like he did against Virginia, and he's got the finger wrapped, he's got the brace on the leg, his leg's all wrapped up, they will eat him alive.
He'll be knocked out like he was last year.
And we'll be in that same. I was there. Yeah. I watched him take the hit over on the sideline.
He made one series. I mean, do you do this to the kid again? You're doing the same thing to him. You've promised him all this stuff, and now you're just. I mean, at a certain point, you got to look at the athlete too. Your championship season is really kind of, You know what I mean? You really don't have much of a shot. You need a bunch of people to take some secondary, another loss here and there. But you want to show other talent in the future that, hey, we're not just here to use up what you've got and leave you dead on the field. We're also here, if we see that you're having issues, we're not going to just use you till you're spent.
All right.
That doesn't look good to a quarterback. I'd hate to be a quarterback coming in going, well, they don't care as long as I can wheelchair myself out there even if it's with a walker.
Oh, shoot. All right, John. I hope you were able to speak your piece. As you can already,
I got it.
There's going to be a lot of different opinions coming through this phone line tonight. I can promise you that. So.
But I'm like you, 90% TVD, I play him.
Yeah.
I think right now he's 60% at best.
I think that's fair. I don't know how we put a number on it, but when they came out on that broadcast and said 90 to 100%, I literally LOL'd.
Oh, I did too.
Literally.
He can't run, so he's wearing a knee brace. He can't run, and he's got his finger wrapped and can't put precision on the ball. That 10% is his running and his throwing. What's the other 90%? 90%. He's breathing and can stand up.
I don't know how much that accounts for, but maybe that's the way it works. John,
one hell of a test.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
I appreciate you calling in tonight, my man.
All right, buddy.
All right, you have a good night.
I know. Bye.
Whew. Man, y'all need to do just like these people are doing. Call in with the strong opinion, stand in the paint, let's talk about it. And I'm seeing some people say, well, this season's already a bust. Who cares what happens? We're 6-2. I don't think this season is a bust. I literally made my walking and venting before this and said that I think, based off of my personal expectations, I'm not trying to throw that on you guys, I think Miami is right at where I would expect them to be, and actually overperforming just slightly, a little bit. When you step back and look at the bigger picture and you compare it to last year. I'm just saying. So call in, y'all. I'm reading the comments. Just let's keep talking about it. And is there the chance that next year Mario does need to bring in a transfer portal quarterback? It would all depend on the decision that Tyler Van Dyke makes, right? I told you guys that when we went to the lunch that there was a guy there who talks to some NFL scouts, and they are all advising Tyler to come back next season. But they do believe that if he left, he would get drafted, which actually did kind of shock me. But they said they believe that he would. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. My man Nick Polly coming in, taking over the board. We're going to get the phone line open back up here. I'm going to let the robot lady read it out. We're going to open it right back up. I told you guys the point is for you to be able to get this off your chest and say, Coop, I know the solution. I know the answer. Here's how we take care of this. So stop being shy. Just call me. Call me. I'll break the ice. It's simple. Nick Polly, the team rallied behind Emory. Give that kid an open playbook the rest of the season with the leniency of TVD's 7 interceptions, and watch this kid evolve in front of your eyes before the end of the season. Interesting. Okay. So Nick Polly is pro burn the red shirt, put in the freshman, ride it out for the rest of the season. But you do know that would mean that you're basically telling Tyler, hit the NFL or transfer. Do you think Mario would have the cojones to do that? Just another question. All right, let's open it back up. No, he doesn't. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. All right. Yo, who we got on the line tonight?
Well, it's about damn time.
This is what it takes.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
hold on. Give me just a second while it reads this out.
The team rallied behind Emory. Give that kid an open playbook the rest of the season with the leniency of TVD's 7 ints, and watch this kid evolve in front of your eyes before the end of the season.
All right. Who we got on the line tonight?
Randy.
Oh, this is Randy?
What's up, Coop?
Whoa. Hold, just real quick. This is the Randy that I think it is.
Yep.
And you'll know
The one and only.
exactly what I mean. The Randy that had to go buy a burner phone so he could finally get through. This Randy.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, let's freaking go, Randy. Well, you didn't make it in on the score prediction call-in show, but you made it in tonight. So let's freaking go, Randy. I'm looking for some strong opinions. I'm looking for some people to tell me what the solution is here, what needs to happen. So, Randy.
Well, to be totally honest with you, I think we're in a rough situation because with Tyler Van Dyke injured like he is, he's not we throw him in there, he's going to be fed to the wolves. But like I said, after hearing what Nick had to say with the red shirt and all, I mean, that kid's the future. I mean, he may be the answer to the quarterback problem.
But would you be willing to burn that red shirt and throw him in currently at 6-2 with 4 games left in the season with what we have coming up?
After hearing what Nick said, probably not. I would probably put, who I like to call him Jacuzzi, yeah, put him in. Let's see what he can do. You know, give time for TVD to rest and I guess pray.
Man, I don't know. I hate it because it's almost not fair for me to say this. Tell me if I'm crazy. But Last year I was a little more confident at times in Jakari for the same reason a lot of other people are. Dual threat, his legs, right? Just had to dial in that accuracy a little bit. He's got an arm, he can send it. But I have lost a little bit of confidence in that guy, again, given the fact that they've played Emory multiple times over him, the freshman. I feel like that speaks for itself, personally. But again, as we've said, the situation is much more complex than that when you're dealing with trying to redshirt a freshman and a hurt starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Because you do have to think about, again, 6-2 is not terrible. 4 games left. Two or three of those, in my opinion, are winnable. Right? 2 or 3 of those. Right. So we're talking 6, 7, 8. We're talking 9-3 season. That's big for recruiting. That could be helpful.
That is.
Versus just throwing some guy in there that you think can't win you the game, and we go 4 more. We go 6-6. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of, us going 6-6 again.
Bro, you can't keep. Mario's a master recruiter, but you can't sign top 15, top 10, top 5 classes going 5-7 and 6-6 over and over again. So
no.
Again, where is the line drawn?
I believe so far we got great wide receivers. I am amazed with the running backs, and our defense is getting so good. I am so proud of our defense. It seems like always that quarterback position is the just that one piece of the puzzle that just can't seem to bring it together, you know?
Yeah. But I think, again, that's something that will be, I know I'm being super positive here, that is something that can be solved in the next couple of years with time. Again, continue to bring in big-time recruits, build up the trenches. Those things are fixable relatively soon. It's frustrating, but somewhat soon, though.
Yeah, I know.
So, Randy, then, I want to make sure that I'm on the same page. And then I'm gonna let you go because we're trying to keep them short tonight. I'm so bad at that.
I'm sure.
Are you? It's such a loaded question, but like, are you pro TVD or not? Like, for right now, given his status and how you've seen him play, like, I guess what I'm saying is, do you want Tyler Van Dyke starting against NC State on Saturday? Don't sugarcoat it. Just be blunt.
All right. I put comment on the last week game with Virginia, and I said we should have played Emory on that game, giving time for TVD to heal. And then when it came around to the NC State game, we put him in. That way he would have been a lot more healthy, you know. But
so you want
Mario didn't do that, so now it's like, what do we do? But yeah, I am all the way behind Emory and all. I mean,
okay.
I believe he's the future, but at the same time, I don't want to put him in a situation that is too big for him.
Okay, fair. That's fair. All right, Randy.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for speaking your mind on this, and I'll get your number saved in there, and we got to get you in the call-in show on Friday. All right.
Oh, I'll be trying.
Sounds good. We'll get you in this week, bro.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. See you. Like I said, guys, we'll keep them 5 minutes, 5-7 minutes. That's the goal. And again, I'm reading what you guys are putting. I want to see people chopping it up. I want you to speak your mind. I want you to react to the caller. Get it all out right now. Get it all out. Shannon Dawson offense is for a dual quarterback. Last year, his quarterback ran for 1,000 and threw for 3,000. Now, see, I have seen that as well, but here's the thing. They have now tailored that offense around a more pocket passer quarterback all offseason. Think about what they've been installing schematically. So can you really just totally flip that 8 games into the season and now come in and focus that offense or build it around a dual threat quarterback? I don't know. Maybe you can. There's a reason why Coop's not an OC and I'm a YouTuber. So I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I don't know. I think that would be tough to do that at this point in the season. I don't know. Brandon, give me a call. I saw you saying this is eating you alive, bro. I want some fired up people on the line. Give me a call. Come on. Brandon, Hurricane B, right there. Let's go. I think you're pro Jakari, right? I think you're pro Jakari. There's multiple people saying pro Jakari. Let's get a Jakari caller in here. Tell me why Jakari should be starting over Emory. Tell me. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm hitting answer and it's not answering. Hold on. Hello? I'm not saying Jakari sucks, but there's some players that put you in better positions to win games than others. I mean, yeah, I know that's why I wanted to do this, Bradley, because the fan base is split. It's not a joke. It's not like Coop's just stirring the pot and trying to say something. No, the fan base is split. It's all over the place. Yo, 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 we got my man Sip in the building. What's up?
Yeah, what's good, Coop?
Sip, I'm going to need you to bring some fire to this conversation, and you're going to have to tell me what we're going to do, bro.
Hey, Coop, man, I ain't even going to lie. I love you, Coop, but I ain't riding with you on this. I'm bringing that fire, though.
So you do it. What, you doing what?
So, I said I'm bringing that fire. I love you.
Okay,
I ain't agreeing with you on this. I'm going to bring that fire.
Sip, I'm looking at you right now. I only run the ceiling cam for the game, Sip, and you know what? I flipped that switch to the on position tonight. So come on, Sip. Come on now.
All right, so look. Stay with me.
I'm going to hear you out.
All right. So, the top 4 quarterbacks in America right now, Coop, that's Michael Pitts Jr., Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders, and Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
You talking Washington, USC, Colorado, LSU, 4 quarterbacks, top 4 quarterbacks, Coop. 0 defense with USC, 0 defense with Colorado. Shedeur Sanders, he's the number 3 quarterback in America right now.
Well, hold on.
But he gets sacked. He gets sacked 14 times a game, though.
Let me interrupt you one time, and this is actually to someone else. This isn't to you. Somebody said all these fans trashing Jakari. You don't think he listens. I don't see anyone trashing players, because that's not what we're about. We're not trashing players, but saying that you think someone else should start over another player is not trashing them. It's part of sports. There's a first string, second string, third string, and beyond. You're going to play the players that you think gives you the best position to win games. Fans are always going to critique the play from the players and talk about who they think should start and shouldn't. If somebody is just straight dogging someone, then let me know. All right. Continue, Sip.
All right. Shedeur Sanders, the number 3 quarterback in America. This man gets sacked at least 14 times per game. Tyler don't get sacked. Jaden Daniels, he gets sacked a lot per game too. But Tyler ain't getting touched like that, man. Not at all. So when I hear people saying certain things about Jakari, I want to ask them, like, show me in a live scenario where Jakari can't be one of these 4 guys in the top 4. Well, he can't be Pitts Jr. or Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders or Jaden Daniels.
So let's go ahead and establish this. You want Jakari to play, correct?
Stay with me now.
Okay. My bad.
All right, I only got 5 minutes. It's your show, baby. You feel me?
Yeah.
So look. So if you could show me that, I agree with you that he don't need to start. But when people go to talking about him, they only talking about the spring games, the practices. They even talk about the stuff last year, man.
But
Yo,
why?
Our O line was nowhere near compared to who we are now. Our O line this year, oh my God!
Well, look
top,
though.
top of the best of the O line in America in college football right now.
I'm not trashing him, Sip. But why was Emory splitting first team reps with Tyler for the Virginia game?
I got you.
Why did he come in cleanup duty early in the season? Why did he start against Clemson?
Guess what?
I'm ready.
Let me finish the flow and I got you. Because I'm going to cover all that when I speak. I ain't just going to cover one thing. I'm going to cover it all for you. Jay and Daniel lead the country in touchdowns. Matter of fact, no, he don't. Because I forgot. Caleb Williams them barely beat Cal yesterday. And so now they tied. Jaden Daniels, LSU quarterback, is tied with Caleb Williams for the most touchdowns in the country. Okay. Ja'Cory Brown, this man could tuck the ball and do some damage with his legs. This a guy who could be this caliber of players that we talking about in the top 4 in America right now. I don't understand everybody's thoughts when they telling me like, oh, he ain't ready.
But then
they like, oh, he not ready. He or the playbook. Oh yeah, that's the other thing with the playbook. The playbook. We got to dumb down the playbook. This, that, and the third. But listen, if we dumbing down the playbook, right? We all know this. We all know Tyler Van Dyke can't read defenses. We all know this very well. Like this ain't no something that's sneaking up on us. We 6, 7, 8. We 8 games in, plus the time he been here. We know he can't read defenses. But you mean to tell me Tyler Van Dyke being hurt, underthrows Restrepo, throws the interception. That was a crazy interception to me, by the way. Those the 2 interceptions, which was like, yo, bro, how? You underthrow your main guy. This 18 catching Restrepo. This your guy. This your dude, but you underthrow your dude. So now, on top of that, this the crazy thing. We still gonna see this week in and week out, and still say, "Oh, Ja'Cory need to learn how to throw." Really, man? This what we doing? Is this what we do? Like this what we doing? When we got this man got the best O line, arguably in America at UM right now. Check it out.
But
Shedeur Sanders only threw 3 interceptions this year. This man gets sacked 14 times a game, lead number 3 in America with passing yards. And this man only threw 3 interceptions, bro. 3 interceptions. You put Shedeur with our O-line, that's championship right there we talking about. We talking about an undefeated. We talking about we mutting Florida State. Florida State, man, we mutting Florida State.
But here's
There's no question about it.
But Sip, why is Emory QB number 2 over Ja'Cory?
So now let's keep going. So now, right, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, bro, this Hayes King, bro, Georgia Tech quarterback. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you this: what quarterback this year? You feel like we lost to a quarterback this year?
You mean as far as like on the field?
Yeah. Did we lose to a quarterback? And if we did, was this quarterback that we lost to better than Ja'Cory?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've only seen Ja'Cory play last year under Gaddis, and all I know is that this year under Dawson, he's number 3 on the depth chart right now.
None of us ever know. it's always hypotheticals and spring games and this, that, and the third when we speaking on Ja'Cory. When we speaking on Ja'Cory, that's all what they. It's never a situation where it's in the game and we've seen it. So now, if our O-line blocked for Ja'Cory like they did with Tyler, right? I feel like Ja'Cory will catch Tyler Van Dyke in them stats. Cause to be honest with you, Hayes King, he the number 28th quarterback in America right now. And all this I'm saying, y'all could go look it up on ESPN, baby. Number 28th quarterback in America right now, Hayes King, Georgia Tech quarterback, man. And he leading the ACC in passing. This man got 21 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, bro. Man, they O-line don't look nowhere near as good as our O-line, bro. Game in and game out.
So, Sip, I am going to have to wrap it up here in a second because we got you at about 9 minutes. I'm going to end you with this one.
Okay. I'm going to end you with this one. When we talking about Emory checking down the whole game, not the first quarter, not the second quarter, not the third quarter. This Emory doing check down the whole game with a good O-line. Has no rushing yards. But you mean to tell me that we going to play Tyler Van Dyke because Ja'Cory is not capable?
But you don't.
Ja'Cory can't do check downs. Ja'Cory can't do check downs.
But you don't.
Ja'Cory can't do check downs. But he's not possible of winning the game. He can't do check downs like Emory the whole game. He not finna make mistakes. He gonna run the ball like none of the quarterbacks did. He gonna have a better O-line like both quarterbacks have, and he gonna put up better numbers because it's four quarterbacks with no defense leading, with no O-line leading.
But then,
in America, we got a defense and an O-line. Why we not winning, man? It just sounds crazy to me, man.
So here's what I want to ask to close this thing out, Sip. Who do you want starting against NC State this Saturday?
Ja'Cory. He should have started. He should have started against Virginia.
Okay.
Why he didn't start?
Okay. All right. Sip, I appreciate you for calling in, speaking your piece, my man. The live chat is going wild. So, hey,
I love you, boy. I'm out, man.
I appreciate you, bro. You have a good night.
Yo, you too.
All right, peace out, man.
Say what?
I need a moment. I need a moment. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Sip standing firm in the paint. Wow. I still don't know if I really got a question, really got an answer out of him on why Emory is QB number 2 after being evaluated by this coaching staff all off season. I don't know. Let's open it back up. I said I wanted strong opinions, so bring them. Yo, who we got on the line tonight?
Hey, what's up? This is Nick Leon. I'm from Illinois. I just wanted to say, man, TVD, man, he killed me. He killed my hopes and dreams with him. I mean, 2 years ago, I was the happiest man ever, man. Texting my grandparents, talking about how he's going to bring us to greatness, and now it's just a flated tire, man. I'm tired.
So I'm gonna ask you, do you want to give him some time to heal up and have maybe another shot? Second year under the same offensive coordinator, or are you like, you know what, bro, I'm done?
Well, okay, I I do believe he deserves a second shot because last year I think he just got screwed with the coordinator. You know, this year he's battling some injuries. It's just his time to bring us to something amazing is gone. He's still a good quarterback. You know, you can't deny that. He's done good. He's done what we've needed him to do over the years. There's been times where he's just, you know, thrown it to guys just for fun, it seems like. But he's done what he needed to do. He's a great quarterback. I think the fan base is a little too harsh on him, really, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, he's still just a person. Can't expect to throw him in there and win a national championship. Just we just need something. We just need something.
Now, do you think him – because I get mixed responses from this, and I'm going to ask you guys the same thing, okay? I understand that being a vocal leader, a guy that shows a lot of emotion, doesn't throw touchdown passes. That doesn't help you make better reads when you're down on the field. But it's just something that I personally like to see out of a quarterback, a leader. Do you think that hurts this team at all?
Him not throwing touchdown passes, or him being a vocal leader?
Being a vocal leader. Being the guy, the rah-rah guy, the guy that shows emotion on the sideline, the guy that's hyping people up in the huddle. Come on, I need to see people answer in the chat. Does it hurt this team at all? Does it play a part?
We need him to be the vocal leader. We do need that on the team, but he just isn't the quarterback that could bring us to the next level. I don't know. Emory, you know, he might be. I don't think he is. Ja'Cory Brown, I want to see more playing time with him. Can't really get a good read on him yet. Shows flashes of greatness, shows flashes of nothing. You know, it's both ways. I truly believe we don't have a true quarterback of the future yet. And TVD is what? Go
ahead. I'm just keep going.
Oh, sorry. And TVD, I mean, like I said, great quarterback. You know, he's done what we needed him to do, but he just, in the moments we need him to really push forward more, he just can't. He's been playing scared, it seems like to me.
Now, I mean, that probably has a lot to do with him potentially being injured, right? I mean, that's definitely got to be messing with his head. I had people tell me in the live stream and in my video that they said, well, his hurt knee didn't throw an interception. And I'm like, well, I mean, it can definitely play a part in it. There's no excuse for it because that's the guy you're going to march out on the field and he's got to make the play, right? But yeah, I'm just saying that it is definitely making it harder on him, and it's definitely going to affect your mental game. You know, you're going to be thinking about it when they're sending somebody over on your right side and they're coming at that right leg. It's in your head.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I don't know, man. There's just so much. The way he's playing.
So let me just ask you.
I'm a broken record.
I'm just going to flat out ask you. Who do you want playing on Saturday?
Like the last caller, I want to see Ja'Cory. I mean, even if he doesn't start, I want to see him get good snaps in the game. I mean, he just needs them. I feel like they've been putting him away. I mean, there might be a good reason they haven't been playing him too. I'm not, you know, I don't know that much about what's going on behind the scenes, so there might be a great reason why they're not playing him. But I think TVD definitely needs to be trading snaps with people, and they need to use TVD as like a mentor for the future. Because I mean, he definitely had it in him. He had it in him. It's just gone now.
All right, my man. I appreciate you calling in tonight. What was your name one more time?
Nick Leon.
Nick Leon. All right.
And before I hang up, man, I still got. Remember when you made those "We Ain't Scared of You, Bitch" Alabama shirts?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got one of those and I still wear it all the time. I love that.
Hey, look, I know the outcome of that game wasn't what we wanted, but we still weren't scared to line it up and play them, right? So that's one of those. That's
man.
like
I was at that game. It was a great game. It was not great to watch, but it was just fun to be there.
Yeah, that's a true limited edition shirt because there won't be another one of those. So that's pretty sick that you got one, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, man. All right. Have a good night, man.
I appreciate you, man.
See ya.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so now we got back-to-back callers saying they want to see Ja'Cory on the field. They've had enough of Tyler Van Dyke. Emory is a freshman. Preserve the red shirt. Play Ja'Cory. Bro, I knew we were split. This is going to be the live stream that never ends. We're going to be live tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And I want to take it. We have a QB problem. Just admit it. Not according to the coaching staff. That's what I'm saying. There is no QB controversy. It's TVD, Emery, Jakari. If TVD believes he can march out there, they're playing him. Jakari juice. So we're going to have to say Jakari juice. Oh, shoot. Let's get some more people in here, man. I'm going to open it back up. Bring strong opinions. Come on. I'm reading what everybody's putting. Just call me 865-229-4131. Let's chop it up. I said, here's your opportunity. Speak your mind. Don't worry about what people are saying. Don't look at it. Close it out. Just call me and talk to me. Yo, yo, yo. Who we got on the line tonight?
Yo, what's up, man? My name's Alejandro, South Florida.
Alejandro, what's up, man?
Hey, man. So I want to give you an outside perspective because I am a Florida State fan.
Oh, okay.
Throw that out there.
Second Florida State fan to call in. Okay.
So first, I want to say I'm a big fan. I'm not a Miami hater. I always want Miami to do good because I like to see the ACC, thrive.
So
only time I hate you is during Miami Florida State week, but
So if you had to pick a second team.
What do you mean? If I had to pick a second team besides Florida State?
Yeah.
I would probably go with Miami.
Bro, have you ever done? Can you see the chat? I mean the screen.
Yes,
still.
sir.
No, can you still see the screen?
Yeah, I can.
Just try doing this right here.
If you're gonna do
and
it,
tell me what it feels like. Throw up a U. You'll start to feel like your heart starts pumping a little faster.
I cheered for Miami versus Florida State. I cheered for Miami one time, and that was when it was. I want to tell you, it was 19. The day after they fired Willie Taggart, you guys beat us bad, and I remember cheering for Miami the whole time. Felt weird, but it paid off because we got rid of Taggart. I'm glad about that.
Well, you should have stuck with Miami, but
I can't, man. I can't. I've been a Florida State fan my whole life. But I do want to give my opinion about the quarterback situation going on in UM.
All right.
So I feel like you have a couple options here. With you either just rough it out and play Van Dyke the rest of the season. Probably won't be pretty. I thought that you guys were going to blow out Virginia, but that was too close of a game. The fact that it went into overtime, I was kind of, this could end up very bad, but you guys pulled it through. You either rough him out with him, he'll probably end up getting hurt even more, because now you got NC State, who just beat Clemson pretty bad. They're going to be hyped. Their D-line's looking pretty decent. Then you got Florida State. And then I think you play Louisville after us, correct?
Yes, that is right.
So if you just play Van Dyke the whole time, he will probably either somehow make it to the end of the season or he'll just end up getting cut short regardless. So I think personally for this Saturday, you just start that third-string guy. What's his name? Jakari Brown?
3 callers. That's 3 in a row for Jakari Brown.
You just play him for maybe a half or a quarter, see how he does. Maybe he lights a fire, because Van Dyke, when I'm watching him, I'm not a football guru, but I can see who he's throwing it to, and I'm watching it on the TV.
So then, if Jakari comes out, this is the thing I keep wanting to talk about. If Jakari comes out, I'm not saying he will, but if Jakari comes out and stinks it up, who's the fallback guy? Like who comes out after that?
I think you would just have to rough it out with Tyler Van Dyke to not burn that red shirt. But if Mario is willing to just say F it, it's if we could win, 2 maybe 3 more games this season, it'd look good for recruiting. Let's just burn the red shirt. Maybe it'll pay off. Maybe we could pick up a decent quarterback to be under Emery. And because if Emery starts, Van Dyke's gone. Whether he transfers to the NFL, he's gone.
Yeah, there is no way, and that's there is no argument there, right? Like if Tyler wants to come back next year and all of a sudden there's a QB competition and Emory beats you out on it, or there's even a chance of that happening, you ain't staying because Tyler's trying to go to the NFL.
Exactly. And it's definitely a tough call because, you know, you obviously want to do as best as you can for the end of the season. There would have to be some miracles to happen to consider the ACC championship at this point.
Now, it is getting a little interesting because North Carolina did drop a game to the game to UVA and to Georgia Tech.
Yeah. No, it can get interesting if the only situation I could see is maybe, you know, Virginia Tech loses to Louisville and you guys manage to beat Louisville, which I think that game's going to be a very close game. Then maybe Louisville would have to lose a third time, but it's looking kind of sketchy.
Well, now I nobody knows this for sure. I know I'm switching gears again here, but again, there are a lot of people that this means this doesn't really carry any weight. And like I said, I was shocked and surprised too, but there were plenty of people that talked to the NFL scouts. I told you guys that said they firmly believe that Tyler would be drafted. They just think it would be very late. I
could see him getting drafted, putting in a Tom Brady type situation. He's got the build. You know, you give him the right situation, someone could build him up to be something. But
and I'm not saying that he will. I'm not saying that I agree or don't agree with him. I'm literally just the middleman. I'm just passing the information along. That's what I was told.
I think that Van Dyke has been through too many coaches, and it's just ruining him as a quarterback, in my opinion. Because his first year, I thought he did amazing. I was like, damn, Miami just found their guy. And then last year, he got hurt, and then they kept playing him for some reason. But, you know, this season he started off great, and then out of nowhere threw 7 interceptions in 3 games, and it's like, well, wait a minute. This kid doesn't seem to know how to read defenses. He throws to whoever he's looking at. There's no scanning the field with him. How long do you want to keep him? Do you want to risk going next year with him again? Or do you want to just let Emory burn Emory's red shirt and just let him play the rest of the season, have him come in next season, and maybe he's the guy? There's just too many what-ifs with the quarterback room in Miami right now.
All right, my man. So another outside perspective from a Florida State fan says start Jakari this weekend. That's literally 3 in a row, guys. That's 3 in a row. All right, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Yep. Appreciate it,
All
man.
right.
Big fan.
Peace out, man. I appreciate you. Guys, you wanted a poll. I put up a poll. Where the votes at? Hello? I put up the poll. Look, and like I said, I'm just passing along the information. Everybody's saying, Coop, you're full of it. Look, I'm not saying that I agree with them. I'm just saying that's what they said. That's what they said. They believed that he would, and they said it was because of not necessarily anything he's done or not done, but they just believe that there's some NFL teams that would like his build, and they believe that they could work with him. They think that they could fix him. I don't know. It's going to be a pretty loaded draft with quarterbacks, though, right? Like, who else is going to be in that thing this year? It'd be kind of wild, right? But they said the advice was to stay. That's the thing you got to remember. They're saying the advice is to stay. The poll doesn't decide what QB we choose, but we'll run another one. All right, we'll do another one. Yo, we got the famous South Florida chauffeur on the line.
Bro, it's been hard tonight to get through.
I knew. I had a feeling deep down in my gut that everybody and their mama was going to want to call in tonight to speak their mind on this one.
Yeah, and for a couple of times I thought I had gotten through because it rang more than once, but then you didn't pick up my call, so I was like, dang.
I'm going to be honest, it's the system is having a freak panic attack. We've taken like 5 phone calls and we've missed 1,200 calls so far.
Yeah, 153 of those are for me.
So, Melissa, I'm looking for strong opinions tonight. I'm looking for people who are standing firm in the paint and they really believe in what they're preaching here tonight. I don't know where you stand on this exactly. So
my strong belief that this situation is just one big clusterfuck, and here's why.
Sorry, hold on.
So,
quote of the night. Okay, sorry.
Clusterfuck, yes. So when a team is struggling, and struggling is a harsh word because again we are 6-2, which is at the beginning of the year. If you would have told me, hey, we are going to be 6-2 going into our final 4 games, I would have been like, hell yeah, that's amazing. Coming off a terrible 5-7 season. But I guess when we're offensively challenged like we have been the last few weeks, everybody's favorite position on a football team, on a struggling football team, is the backup quarterback.
That's fair.
So, and I say this have gone to during the Kyle Wright and Kirby Freeman era. When Kyle Wright was this big recruit coming in, 5-star, one of the highest rated recruits to come through Miami, struggling. Everyone's calling for Kirby Freeman. Kirby Freeman comes in, and he's just as bad, if not worse. So QB controversies are really rough. I understand the love for Jakari, and people want to see Jakari. You know, he kind of got thrown to the fire last year into a bad offense, but we needed him because of injuries and all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Jakari hasn't taken first-team reps. So as much as all of these people that love Jakari, I love Jakari, I want him to succeed. He hasn't been taking first-team reps.
Yeah.
So
literally, how can you play him?
I mean, if he takes first-team reps this week, I am all for, hey, give him a chance. Why not? But here's the thing. Once you bench TVD, there is no going back. It's one thing if he's too injured to play, but if you make that decision to say, oh, well, he's cleared to play, and you decide to bench him, there's no turning back. And I'm not here defending TVD. He's played horrible the last few weeks. I understand his decision-making has been terrible. I'm not defending him.
Yeah,
but
and
once you bench him, that's it. And the amount of patience that we don't have for TVD anymore, you're going to have with Jakari or Emery or whoever you decide to play.
That's an interesting point, because we talked about if people were prepared to ride it out with Emery with the freshman mistakes that we're going to obviously see, no doubt, right? So, yeah, do you okay. And I know that you've been a big fan of Tyler overall, though, right? As far as, like, kind of coming to his defense at times when people are just straight bashing.
I said this on our post-game show that we did on Six Ring last night, as well as I was on Locked On today. I have been a Tyler advocate for a long time because he's gotten the short end of the stick. He's on his 3rd offensive coordinator. It's 3 different systems. He was injured last year, tried to come back. Gaddis didn't do him any favors, probably messed up his head, you know, being in that system and just not having the support he needs. But I can't make excuses for what happened yesterday. I mean, I defend his first interception because X was open, and if he throws that better, it's a touchdown, or at least it's 1st and goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't defend the rest of it. I mean, he technically should have had 3 interceptions. 1 was dropped. He's staring down X. He's missing open receivers, to the point where we had like a minute or 30 or whatever it is to try to win it in regulation, and we didn't because we had to play conservative because throwing the ball just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Now, the same thing happened with Emery in the Clemson game, but in Emery's defense, he's a true freshman, you know, figuring it out. I don't blame him for that. But when you have your you know, it's technically his 3rd year starting, but he's been with the program for 4 years. Yes, 3 different offensive coordinators. He should have picked it up by now. I don't know if it's his injury, if there's something mental is going on, but there is a disconnect, and this is not the same quarterback we saw the first 4 games of the season.
Yeah, which is
So-
why I wanted to pull up, that stat sheet that I had up
Mhm.
earlier whenever we were talking. I can do it while we're on the line here again because we have a lot more people here.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, what happened here. And I'm when I say what happened here, I'm not saying like there's some very obvious answers, I think. But I'll pull it up again here for the people who weren't here at the beginning of the stream. Look at the first 4 games. Look at the stats. And then look above that red line there when we're looking at touchdowns, interceptions, the numbers here.
We have a very, very thin quarterback room. So this is what Canes fans need to realize. If we bench TVD and we go with either Emery or Jakari, there is not a lot of room for error or injury.
Because now
you bench TVD, he's gone next year no matter what, and you are hoping and praying you find a quarterback in the portal, because you can't go into next year with just Emery and Jakari and Judd coming in as a freshman. That you can't.
Yeah.
If you bench TVD, that's it, and you're going into next year with a redshirt sophomore. I'm assuming you've burned Emery's redshirt, so he's a sophomore, and then a true freshman quarterback, and you pray you get someone from the portal. So as bad as TVD has been, he brings experience, and so this is where the coaches have a tough decision. And I couldn't tell you who I want starting next week against NC State. It's a really tough call, because I'm not just thinking about NC State. I'm thinking about the rest of the season also.
Yeah, and that's where I wanted to bring that up at the beginning, because that is a tough conversation to have. I keep saying it, but where you draw the line on
Will you be attending the greatest rivalry game in all of
continuing
college
to
football
potentially
this year, or do I
play
have to give these tickets away?
a hurt or rattled Tyler Van Dyke, whatever's going on with that, plus factoring in potentially burning a red shirt with your freshman QB, potentially playing the guy that would technically, I guess, be third on the depth chart with Jakari, who up until this point hasn't been taking reps with the ones, but then also trying to balance, we're 6-2. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's some
and
throwaway
also,
season, right?
yeah. Well, also the coaches also have to make the decision of what are we playing for right now. In order to theoretically make the ACC championship game, we would have to win out. Now, any reasonable Cane fan knows that's not happening. We aren't going to win out. Other things need to happen for us to even make the ACC championship game, even if we were to win out. So we're already bowl eligible. What are we still playing for right now? What is the direction of this program right now? And what the coaches decide, I think that's what we're going to see in the quarterback decision making, unless TVD somehow comes out against NC State and we see the A&M TVD we saw weeks ago.
Now, it was NC State back in 2021 that TVD came out and was a little vocal, and then he lit them up, right?
Yeah, but that was the TVD
that's
3 systems ago.
That's 2 different. Yeah, exactly. I just, I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. Okay. Fair, sensible.
My opinion is if they decide to bench TVD for NC State, it's going to be Emery Williams starting. And that's not me saying I want Emery to start over Jakari. It's me saying Emery has had reps in this system. He's played games in this system, and he's been taking first-team reps in this system this year.
But I will say
Jakari hasn't been doing that, so I think he's the least prepared. I'm not saying Jakari's not talented. I would love to see what he could do. But at the moment, it's either going to be TVD or it's going to be Emery.
But here's the thing. Here's one of my questions. If they go that route and they burn Emery's red shirt because TVD can't go for whatever reason this Saturday, if Tyler Van Dyke is then healthy the next week or the week after, like, how do you play that with? Do you really burn Emery's red shirt for just one game, then to revert back to Tyler?
I honestly don't think the coaching staff is worried about burning Emery's red shirt at this point.
Okay, and I think it showed with the fact that they were willing to split reps with them going into the UVA game.
Yeah, Yeah, I think that's what kind of confirmed it because he was splitting reps. But my other thing is you haven't seen Jakari play all season, and you haven't seen him take first team reps. So whether this was a thing decided before the season that he was definitely redshirting, I don't know. But I don't think they're worried about burning Emery's redshirt. I just think that's the last thing on their mind.
Okay, fair. I think that's a fair assessment with what we've seen so far. So,
yeah,
Melissa, I think that's a pretty level-headed approach. I'm still seeing some back and forth. That's why I knew I had to do this stream, because this one is all over the place. Usually I can be like, okay, we're like 70-30, we're like 80-20. No, not tonight.
And I will say, just to end it, it's honestly, it's as a diehard Canes fan, like and most people that have seen me on these shows know, it really hurts my soul because I've been rooting for TVD. I was thinking this was going to be his year to be a really, really good quarterback, not necessarily, but really, really good. But there's so many things around him that can make this team good, and he's just not playing up to it. We have an amazing offensive line. We have some talented receivers. We have a running back room that's stacked. Our defense has been keeping us in games. Like, there's so many pieces here that can make this team really, really good and really competitive. And we just haven't seen it in the quarterback play the last few weeks. And it's really a shame because I feel like we're wasting what is probably the best offensive line we've had in a really long time.
Well said, Melissa. I appreciate you for calling in tonight. I'm glad you were able to get through because that missed call list is just continuing to climb.
Crazy. Yeah,
So-
sorry I went over, but I get passionate.
You're
But
good.
thanks for taking my call, Coop, as always. I love these extra live streams. So good luck with the rest of the calls. Bro.
It's gonna be fun. That's one word for it for sure. So,
all right, peace out.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right, see you. Let me do some catching up here right quick. Don't y'all worry. I see people talking about Coop just over here. $200 is nothing to Coop. He just skipped right over it. No. Come on now. I know Joel. Him and I texted after the other night whenever he was sending the donos trying to get me to go to the game. Joel knows that I'll take care of him. Joel Davis. Florida State fan. On top of the board, a strong showing of Florida State fans tonight. I see Spirit in here. I saw Spiratrix Media, Nick, Briley, Joel Davis. There is a strong showing of Florida State fans in here tonight, which is quite interesting. But Joel hitting Coop up with the 199.99, playing big boy ball out here, taking over the top spot on the board. Big spender. Man, I saw a picture. Can I say this, Joel? Can I mention what you were doing in one of the pictures that you sent me? Joel is like, oh no, did I accidentally send one of the nude photos to Coop? Hold on, Coop. I don't know if you can talk about it. Can I tell them that picture that you sent me? I think it's fine. It's fine. I saw a picture of this man right here shaking Mike Norvell's hand. This man right here has some crazy seats at Doak, and he sent me some pics, and he's trying to get me to go to the Florida State game. He said, will you be attending the greatest rivalry game in all of college football this year, or do I have to give these tickets away? Joel,
This is what it take
I'm still processing.
to where you.
I got a little bit more
I'm sorry,
time.
your
I got a little bit more time.
Serious question to all of the
So
TVD
I will let
people.
you know. I
Are
will
you
let you
willing to
know
risk finishing
soon.
6 to
Very,
6
very
if
soon,
we
I
ride
promise.
with TVD? If so, why not let Emery play and try to win something?
I will let you know very soon, my friend. That is an extremely above and beyond generous offer. And I promise I will let you know. I won't leave you hanging. What's the cutoff on when you need to know? Like, realistically, don't let me put you in a bind or anything like that. So just let me know. Joel, from a Canes fan to a Florida State fan, thank you, bro. Thank you for showing Coop some love, and I appreciate that. That's... Whew. Joel, I would do a little dance for you if I knew how to, but I don't. You don't want to see me dance, trust me. There are a few that have seen it, and it scarred them for life. So let me know when the cutoff is, bro. Or you can just text me. You Yeah, I know the Florida State fans want me to go. I know they do. Chris, we got to get you in here. Come on. People are saying, Coop, you're not getting me in. 24/7 Canes, I want to get you in here. That phone line's just blowing up. We're at 1,300 missed calls. I'm going to get as many as possible. I want people to be able to speak their mind. But you let me know, Joel. Just shoot me a text, and we'll continue to talk about it. I'll be looking for your response. I'm scrolling and looking. Thank you, bro. Big time. Nick Polly coming through with the 10. Serious question to all the TVD people. Okay, let's address it. Let's talk about it. Are you willing to risk finishing 6-6 if we ride with TVD? If so, why not let Emory play and try to win something? Now, is it also possible that we risk going 6-6 with Emory since he's a freshman? I feel like it's tough to say which is the higher risk, potentially. Right? Yes or no? I'm not sure. It depends. It depends, again, on which Tyler Van Dyke we see. How extensive are his injuries, right? So I don't know. I don't know. He won his first game. That's a good start. It is. And I don't see. Here's why the Emory argument is tough. It's because you can't take away that performance from him. But the big thing that won us that Clemson game was the O-line play mixed in with the run game and defense. Emory was more of a game manager. Is that the right word? Like, he did well. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He didn't come out there and throw 2 or 3 picks. But they had to water down the playbook a bit. We got the hands in the playmakers. We ran the ball down their throats, and we made it happen. He didn't lose his first game as a Miami Hurricane, and it was against a team we hadn't beat in 13 years. Do not take away from that at all. But Emory didn't come out and throw for 300 or 400 yards. It wasn't where it's like blatantly obvious, like, bro, put TVD. If Emory had come out, can I say this? If Emory had come out against Clemson, if he had come out, hold up, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and get Chris on here because I know Chris has been dying to call in. Let me say one more thing here real quick, Chris. If Emory came out in that Clemson game and he just lit them up, I'm talking 300, 325 plus yards, 3 touchdown passes. Dude comes out and we're like, this guy's a baller. Like, yeah, then we're having a different conversation right now. That's just my opinion. What's up, Chris?
Thank God I got in.
Yo, nobody in here is agreeing, Chris. Now it's Coop, stop. Just stop. TVD is done. Then someone else says, Coop, you're right. Then someone else says, Coop, you're talking nonsense. There's another one that says, you could fix this all if you just play Jakari. Chris, help me. Chris, help me.
All right. I have notes to try to get through this quickly. So, okay, let's start with the, silly shit. So, preseason, I call you and say, hey, I got this idea. If we're teetering somewhere between an 8 and 9 win season and we beat Clemson, and we lost the other 2 games by a combined, 12 points, I think. We should probably remove our starting quarterback, right? Because we should be so frustrated at our performance that we should be going nuclear. You totally would have agreed with that, right?
No, I would have said I'll take that shit all day, every day for this season.
What do you mean? I mean, we're Miami. We deserve the best freaking, sorry, I'm trying to cuss, QB in the country because we're Miami. We were really good 27 years ago. It just boggles my brain at the frustration.
His one pick was on
of a
George
bunch of
breaking
people.
route. If
We
George
had a
stays
5-7
route,
win
and Young
season when
catches
half
that
our team
dime
was
instead
injured
of
last
dropping
year.
it.
Now
Emory
we're running
has
it
2 TDs, 0
what should
ints
be an
for
8
over
or 9 win
200
season,
yards.
and we're pissed. And our QB sucks. And our coaches should get fired. I don't understand. So help me understand. You have any thoughts there?
I think I see. I'm trying to put myself in other people's shoes, right? So I'm trying to understand because you know my stance, right? That a healthy TVD I still think puts us in the best position to win games. Yada yada blah blah. Well, I've talked about it a million times. I think why people are freaking out is they've got PTSD with the interceptions. I think it's the continued X is the security blanket. I think that they're just like, am I headed in the right direction or no?
Are you asking me or the fan?
The chat, the live chat. Like I'm trying to figure it out, because again, that's how I started my walking and venting, was me saying, hey, if you told me we beat Texas A&M by, what was it, 15?
And spotted them 14.
Yep, and spotted them 14. We beat Clemson by 8. Look, I don't care about Coop. Clemson's not real good. Coop, Texas A&M. Look, those are big wins for Miami, especially coming off of last season. If you told me even just those 2 games, I would say, stop right there. Stop. I would say, I'll take it. Because if we had beat those 2 teams, then we're probably at least hanging with most of the other teams, which overall, we have 2 losses, which would be, we should have won the Georgia Tech if we took the knee, and even if you want to argue garbage time points, we lost to North Carolina by 10. I'm not trying to be a sunshine pumper.
By 10.
But.
And we fumbled on like the 4-inch line.
Yep. So I'm just saying, yes, Coop would have absolutely taken that season after what we went through last year. Yes.
Okay. But certainly
now
it's not acceptable.
People are not agreeing with you, though. People are saying Chris is saying everything and nothing at the same time. TVD apologist. Okay. Let's continue.
So, hey, for all those people, I'm the only one in the last, 7 callers other than Melissa that's spoken like a single fact and not a bunch of damn gibberish, non-coherent shit. Okay? So, okay, there's that. Secondly, anybody who wants to throw up TVD stats last year as a reason that he sucks should be blocked or muted from the channel out of the fact their IQ is not high enough to warrant listening to him. There's not a single quarterback I can think of that would have succeeded with 11 starters out last year. 1 starting O-lineman was left by our 6th game, and he wasn't even starting in his starting position. He was like the left guard and was playing right tackle or some shit. So, anyways, I don't think anybody will. I don't want to argue it.
Now,
okay.
Y'all got to take it a little easy on Chris. Right. Today's his birthday, okay? Today is Chris's 30th birthday, so I had to make you smile for a second there, Chris. You may continue.
All right. Okay. All right. Next fan thing. This is awesome. We can talk preseason or now. It makes just as much sense either way. So, Coop, if I called you and said, "My God," let's say it's preseason. Coop, we're in this era of uncertainty. We got a bunch of youth. TVD's throwing some interceptions. We're not really sure because we're really good one week. We're not good the next week. So because we have all this uncertainty, what I think we should do is go with our true freshman quarterback with no experience, because that'll bring that level of certainty to the table that we're really looking for to finish the season out. What would you have said?
I would have said you're a psychopath.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
I'm playing along here with the hypotheticals and the analogies here. Okay, fair.
I mean, Emory, and I think Emory could be great for us. Okay, Emory threw for 95 yards, and 35 of them were on a single play where he underthrew his receiver so bad that he got, I believe, pass interference call.
I think was his longest completed pass, not counting Yak. I think it was 25 yards, right? That pass to Colby.
The one he underthrew, right? Or
yeah,
about the
yeah. No, I think that was it. Yeah. And I'm no one's downplaying him again. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think about the stats here.
Who'd be surprised? He's a true freshman.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected.
That shit makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So, here we've got 4 games to go to try to get an 8 or 9 win season. And what we want to do is introduce a true freshman so we can get all the stuff that even good true freshman starters do. Right?
But what about the Jakari people?
Okay.
Did I get too ahead? Did I get too far ahead?
No, that's fine too. Okay, so what we have is we have a fan base that even though they don't get to see the practices and what's happening, they know a lot better than the coaching staff, who probably has a wee bit more experience than these fans, who actually gets to see them play and practice, but we know better. And obviously they're delusional. Our coaching staff is. They completely just underestimated what they're seeing in practice, because Jakari's probably like nailing all his passes, but they don't like that. They just decided not to go with him, even though he's outperforming the other two quarterbacks. I'm sure it's not the situation that he's known for, where if you put him in front of your house and he had 10 throws, he might hit it twice. Right? That can't be it.
I do believe that Jakari is in that number 3 spot for a reason.
Then why would I mean, yeah, I don't get it. Yes, I'm clueless, and he threw 3 interceptions. Holy shit. Hey, let's look at this. And by the way, I'm not like the most experienced football guy out there.
That's fine.
But I will say, let's look at our O-line, who, by the way, I think has been fantastic all year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A couple days ago was not their starring performance. Clemson couldn't get to TVD, had 11 guys in the box. Virginia, the whole game, pretty much put 4 D linemen and got plenty of pressure and had everybody else sitting back. And let's not forget that we rushed for a whopping like 100 yards or whatever it was. So, it's not like they were guessing on whether we were going to run the ball or not. Again, running the ball into 4 D linemen. So does that have something to do with it? Does the injury have something to do with it? Does it have to do with the other supporting cast? Freshman receivers not running good routes, timing's off. I don't know. I'm not suggesting that it's not Tyler's fault and he didn't make some stupid decisions. He absolutely tried to force it. But I guess maybe some of that has to do with the fact that he's got a fan base. There's just
Hey,
all he hears is
has Chris sent you his Venmo yet?
I don't know.
I'm
I just
still
want to see us
waiting.
support our guys.
HBD, Chris.
Especially when they're
Co-op should eat a
outperforming what
bean
we
for
all
your
expected.
birthday.
Well, the
Raising
same ones
hands, light skin
expected
tone.
them to do
Raising
this year.
hands, light skin tone. Raising hands, light skin tone. Raising hands, light skin tone.
Sorry, hold on.
Raising
I need
hands,
just a
light
moment
skin
here
tone.
from the
Raising hands, light skin tone. Raising hands, light skin tone. Raising
The,
hands, light skin tone. Raising hands,
hold
light
on.
skin tone. Raising hands, light 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 skin tone.
I will be hearing raising hands, light skin tone in my sleep tonight. I will address the donos that came through here in just a moment. Don't worry, I got you guys. Well then, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
If Tyler Van Dyke is a little more hurt than what is being led on, if he is kind of coming out and just not really feeling it, I mean, you got to just burn Emory's red shirt and play him, though, right? And I'm not talking. I'm not trying to talk about the whole Emory over TVD thing. I'm just talking about the red shirt thing is what I'm getting at.
Look, now you're into logic land, right? Look, what I think this should come down to is he injured and how bad, right? I started Googling yesterday, like what makes a quarterback throw the ball high.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laughing because the first thing that came up was, to do with their back leg, in his case, his right leg. And then he's got a big brace on it. So long story short, if the guy's hurt and he has risk of getting hurt more, then we should pull him out and we should put Emory in. And we should do that all eyes wide open that the next 4 games are they're a roll of the dice, right? We're not doing it because we think if we put Emory in, he's going to throw for 300 yards and, a game, and we're going to go win 3 or 4 games and blow out FSU. We're doing it because TVD is just hurt, and it is what it is, and we got to get our guy in. And you know what? If we end up winning 1 out of the next 4 games, then it is what it is. In that scenario, I absolutely.
I do think that fans would have to be ready and willing to I don't know if accept is the right word because we're never going to accept losing, but you have to be mentally prepared for that. For sure.
Yeah, but you know what our fans would do? We'd put Emery in. He'd go 1 or 2 games, have similar, games as he did against Clemson, 1 interception instead of 3, and 100 yards of passing. Maybe look, there's some small chance that he's, the next Brett Favre or whatever. But
can we say this? Like, Chris, can we say this? If Emery comes out and plays against Florida State and he has a heck of a game and Miami beats Florida State.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, y'all. Hold on. Nobody's saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying if that happened, then the debate is done, right? Like it's all over. Yes or no?
Yeah, I guess. Does he have an amazing game like he did against Clemson, where he hands the ball off and we run for 300 yards and he passes for 95 yards, but throws 1 interception and we win? I don't know.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to spice it up a little bit, throw a wrench into everything.
I don't know, man. But he won't get to Florida State because if he doesn't throw for 350 yards a game and he's not lighting it up, and he's not on ESPN about being the next godsend to quarterbacks, then what are we going to do as fans? We're going to trash him and say we should go with Ja'Cory. I just am trying to figure out what we do when Ja'Cory doesn't perform. Did everybody think we're going to go back to TVD?
That was rough last year when it was, TVD's hurt. Okay, well, let's go with Ja'Cory. Then Ja'Cory throwing a couple picks, can beat him with his legs, but not accurate right now. He's not ready. Let's go with Jake. Jake comes out. Jake's the savior. Yes, look at this. Has a decent game, has an off game. It's got to be back to Ja'Cory. Ja'Cory's still a lot of the same. When's TVD going to be better? I know, different offense. I know. Different quarterbacks coach. I get it. I'm just saying. I've watched this movie before. I feel like I'm getting deja vu.
Yeah, man. Look, I was looking today. Even after the horrible game that he just had, he's a 17th ranked quarterback in the country. He was 11th going in. He was 7th before that. So again, I don't know how bad he's hurt. It's obvious something's going on. But if it could impact him long term, we should get out, right? Go to Emory, but all on the same page.
Okay,
right?
fair.
That's my
impossible, but fair.
I mean, does any of that sound crazy? And you won't hurt my feelings, man. Does any of what I just said sound crazy?
No, I've told you that. Like, I firmly believe in the live chat's about to go from about 5 miles per hour to 500. I still do believe that a Tyler Van Dyke that is actually 90 to 100% gives Miami the best chance to win. It is tough to say when I don't know the extent of this guy's injuries and what's going on, and we won't know. We won't know the full extent. Maybe after the season, they'll be like, oh, well, yeah, Tyler was playing through, and this injury. But yeah, if Tyler is not in that range, you got to just go ahead and burn the red shirt, and you got to ride it out with the freshman, and you just have to take the lumps that come along with it. Again, I think Ja'Cory, it's no hate, no shade. Everybody thinks it is, no matter how much I say it. He's number 3 on the depth chart for a reason. I think you would see a lot of timing issues with him. Sure, maybe he's worked on his accuracy and has it dialed in a little bit more this season. But even if he comes in and starts taking all the reps with the first team offense this week, is that going to be enough? And again, we talk about, well, he's a dual threat, but the offense has been built around guys like Tyler and Emory this season, in the offseason when they were preparing. I don't know. But that's my take. That's my take, which I think we're kind of sort of on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't understand. Again, we have 2 losses, and somebody, and I think there's a lot of fans like this. So I'm not calling out the individual. Put some shit like our season's over if TVD plays, and we all should just go away because we're never going to get an ACC championship. If that's where our fan base feels our team is, like ACC championship, or we're pieces of shit and shouldn't support them this year.
Yeah, but see,
I don't know what else to say, man.
Junior says it's simple. Bench TVD and start Emory Williams for the rest of the season. But the thing is, it's not that simple. Right? It's not. Chris, I appreciate you.
We ballin', boy.
Yeah, man. Sorry we ran over.
No, you're good. You're good. I want to give. Like I said, I want people to call in that feel very strongly about this. That's the point of the stream tonight. So,
I just want to see our fans support the team that's overachieving. I mean, we're a kneel down away from being 7-1.
Yeah, 7-1. Yeah.
Right. And again, 4-inch line. We don't fumble. Now we're down by 3. By the way, we had the ball at the end of the North Carolina game, like on our 40. So we had to go a whopping like 20, 30 yards to get to, 30 yards or so to get to where Borregales could tie the game. I mean, we're that close to just a nutso 8-win season. And it's like our fan base feels like the sky's falling. It just blows my mind.
I think some of that will go back. This is the last thing I'll say. I think some of that will always go back to the unrealistic expectations set on the team in the offseason, which is why I'm a little more calm this year than I was last year.
Coop, I think it's people. It's not just the really special people out there that were predicting 12-win seasons or bust this year. I think it's people that thought we'd win 5 games or thought we'd win 7 games. But now that, our offense looks, our O-line's really good. Our defense is really good. This, that, or the other. I know that we got like 9 gajillion freshmen starting, but I forget about all that. It's 12 wins we should have. And otherwise, let's fire Mario. And I mean, it's just nuts. So, anyway.
Chris, I appreciate you calling in. Again, happy birthday, my man. Big 30, a huge accomplishment. And I hope that you and the wife had a good night.
Yeah, man. You take care, buddy.
All right, I'll see you later.
Thanks.
All right, peace. Oh, man. I love it, guys. These are healthy adult conversations we're having in the live chat. All right? I'm loving every second of this. Even if I disagree with you, don't run and hide. Fire right back at me. If I fire something at you and you say, Coop, I've got this to back it up, fire it back. I'm reading all of them. Someone tell him how, and we call him Jacuzzi around here. But yeah, I called him Jakuri for a long time. I do think officially it's Jakari, but I know it's all over the place with people pronouncing his name, and understandably so. It's kind of a crazy one. Nick Polly came in with another 10 and says his one pick on George breaking route. If George stays route and Young catches that dime instead of dropping it, Emory has 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for over 200 yards. Nick, thank you for the 10. And I know that you're big on Emory, right? Like you're ready to start the Emory train, right? Like open up the playbook, give him the reins, don't hold back, ride it through with the ups and downs, freshman mistakes. Like you're ready to rock, right? And like to stand firm in the paint on that. I just want to make sure that we are on the same page here. Thank you, Nick Polly, for the 10, throwing some more stats out there. Melissa coming through with the 5. Has Chris sent you his Venmo yet? He has not. And I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and I asked for it again, and he still hasn't sent it to me. Happy birthday, Chris. The last part of the message cut off. I don't know why my monitor's like messed up. I can't read it, Melissa. Thank you for the $4.99. My man Kyle just recently married. Yo, can we clap it up for Kyle? Yo, can we clap it up for my good friend Kyle? Coop here in Tennessee with Amber and now married and enjoying our honeymoon on our first day. This QB thing is a lose-lose to an extent. Kyle, congratulations on getting married, bro. Congratulations. That's huge. Kyle, let's go, man. Let's go. I hope you guys are enjoying your night. I'm sure you are. Let's get the phone line open back up. And again, Joel, I'll be texting you after the stream. Don't worry, man. Don't you worry. And again, we're gonna try to keep them to around 5-7 minutes, guys. If you're trying to get in, I promise, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Jordan, my man, how did you do it? Let the people know because everyone's screaming at me to get them on the phone.
I don't know, dude. Are you a glutton for punishment? Because you're enjoying this, aren't you?
Jordan, I am loving every second of this. The more people that I have disagreeing with me, the bigger my smile is getting, and I don't know why. Have I gone insane? Never mind, don't answer that. We both know the answer to that question.
Oh, man, I tell you, first off, congratulations to Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Chris G.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I say is probably going to piss off half the viewers and then upset the other ones.
Hold on, Jordan. Hold on. I'm going to hit one right here. Hold on. I know you can't hear this, but they can. Get ready.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Bring it, Jordan.
So, again, you know me. I don't give a flying rat's ass. Watch the language. People can think what they want to think. Everybody has their opinion. It's all cool.
Some are right, some are wrong. It's fine.
But, who cares? But I'm basically, I'm really going to kind of echo what Melissa and Chris just said.
Okay.
Right now, TVD is QB1, Emory is 2, and Jakari is 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. Now,
Jordan, you hate Jakari. Jordan, shame on you.
Look, dude, this little
hater.
This little
hater.
Quarterback.
Sorry, go ahead.
This quarterback controversy, believe it or not, has been going on for a long time with Miami Hurricane football. The first one I remember, let's see, I think it was like 04.
This is what it takes.
Berlin and Crudup.
To wear the U.
That's when I had to join Fanboy Anonymous.
What does preseason ranking have
anyway,
to do with what is in front of you?
So yeah, it's like every year we do the same
doesn't mean you bail
dog
on
and
doing
pony
better
show.
the rest of the way.
So
this is what it
with that being said,
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
With that
After
being
TVD's
said,
second interception,
TVD's
the whole
hurt.
student section started chanting,
In
"Put
my
in
opinion,
Emory."
he's hurt. He is hurt.
Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a darn bit. He's banged up. I know that guys play hurt. Right?
I don't think he needs to be in there because he's hurt. Not because because dude, I think TVD has the talent. We saw it a couple of years ago. Last year, we're not going to talk about last year. Okay? I'm not saying that TVD is the second coming of Steve Walsh. Or for the newer people in the audience, Ken Dorsey. Okay? He's good. But, he's hurt. So, honestly, since, Emory is quarterback 2, then they should bring in Emory. But if TVD can still play, then they need to design a playbook to make it better for him. But if he's hurt, he don't need to be in there, though. He really doesn't. But again, I mean, you see where we're going with this? It's like a vicious circle. You know, it's this, but it's this, or it's but if TVD is hurt, he needs to be out of there. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it's to a point to where it is impacting his game by a pretty substantial amount, then you have to look at both things. I can't remember who brought that up. You have to look at the health and well-being of the player. You have to look at the impact in the game. There's a lot of things to factor in there, and yeah, I think no matter what, at the end of the day, let's see if we can collectively agree on something here, Jordan. I'm gonna throw something out here.
Okay.
No matter which quarterback you're a fan of, because we're all at each other's throats right now. I think most of us can agree that if Tyler Van Dyke is hurt enough that it is affecting his game, he needs to not be playing right now.
Right.
That's fair, right? Whether you want to see Jakari, whether you want to say let's burn Emery's red shirt, whatever it may be, I think most fans are going to say, yeah, you can't play him. I don't know. I don't know if people are willing to agree on anything tonight, though, so we'll see.
Screw them, man. Screw them if they can't take a joke. But, no, but serious, again, so if TVD is hurt, we don't know for sure. We know, but we don't know. Then we got to go with Emery because he's QB number 2. And hope like hell he doesn't get slung against the goalpost like Ryan Clement did back in '97 against Florida State. But, again, I really don't care, to be honest with you. But if I had to make a call, you just because apparently I guess Jakari's just not ready yet, and it's not a personal attack on Jakari, so everybody just calm down, But yeah, you're just gonna have to do it,
Fair, okay. I mean, again, I agree. I think that's a level-headed approach, and I mean, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
So, and that's about all I got. I know I probably didn't create too much excitement, but they'll get over it.
I want to hear everybody's opinion. That's the thing. I know so many people are trying to get in, but I'm trying to read as many comments as possible because I like knowing where we don't represent the entire Miami fan base, but there's a pretty big portion of us here. So I like kind of seeing where people stand on things like this.
And you know what's crazy, Coop? We're 6-2 right now.
I feel pretty good about that, honestly.
It's a team sport. So, in years past, we didn't have the supporting cast like the offensive line and stuff, but it's going to be all right. Everybody relax. We're going to be okay.
All right, my man Jordan, as always, appreciate you calling in, and we will continue the debate into the wee morning hours, I guess.
I got all night, dude. I got all night.
Okay, cool.
So, all right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, bye.
All right, see you. All right, haven't been hearing a lot more talk about Jakari yet. I think Brandon's a big fan, though. We'll see if we can get him in here. Let me do some catching up here right quick, and then we'll get right back to the phone calls. Like I said, bring some strong opinions. I know Junior's ready. And Junior, like I said, you know I love you, bro. Even when we disagree on this, you're still family. This is what it's about. This is how we run this channel here, is nobody needs to get butthurt over this stuff. I guess I should have said that. Nobody needs to be getting butthurt. Like, I got a message here from Junior saying, stop dick riding TVD. It's the same old shit with him year in and year out. Bye-bye TVD. New Miami Hurricanes. New team. New fresh start. I know Junior doesn't agree with me. Guess what? I can walk up to Junior and I can say, hey, bro, shake his hand. We're both Canes fans. It's fine. It's okay. That's his opinion, and he can have it. Unless TVD is too hurt to play, then he is our best choice. I agree, Traveling Fools. I'm right there with you, man. How you been? I liked your stream where you guys were dressed up. You were like the Joker and stuff. That was really sick. That's cool. Let me catch up on these two donos here, and then we'll get right back into the phone calls again tonight. Get that speed dial ready. Nick Polly coming in with 10. Serious question. What does preseason ranking have to do with what is in front of you? Just because you did better as of now doesn't mean you bail on doing better the rest of the way. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nick, for the 10. I appreciate that. Tropigal with the 5. After TVD's second interception, the whole student section started chanting, "Put in Emery." Tropigal, thank you for the 5. And I think that's a big part of it. Like, obviously, if Tyler is struggling, nobody wants to see that, right? But those interceptions, as soon as he starts slinging those interceptions, people are having flashbacks. They remember last year when it was, what was it, at one point last year, I know it's a different OC, but I'm just telling you, Canes fans, it's burned into our memory. When he marched out like 2 or 3 possessions in a row and threw picks, was that Middle Tennessee? What game was that? I know this is painful to talk about, right? But it scares Canes fans. Just saying. Nick Polly coming in also with the big fat 20. And we'll get that phone line open backed up.
This is what it takes.
We'll let her read it out. We're right back in it.
On the side of your helmet.
Let's go.
To everyone that wants to ride with an injured TVD, would you feel the same if the O-line was playing injured and still played while letting multiple defenders hit your QB? Same concept. You would pull that player.
Interesting. Okay. Nick Polly pleading his case here. Okay. Come on. Let's see some answers. Some of y'all are being too shy. I see you guys lurking in the shadows. Speak up. Come on now. Junior, what are the last, what's your area code? Let me know your area code, Junior. I would love to get you in here. With comments like that about dick riding TVD, I'd love to get you in here, bro. Let's do it. Yo, who we got on the line tonight?
It was 24/7 Canes.
Bro, did you change numbers?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I let you know in the chat. What's up, man?
Okay, because I saw those last 4, but then I know that your name didn't pop up, so that's why I was curious. So
yeah, it's all good.
Let me add your new burner phone in here. Look, you ain't got to give me details. I don't need to know what you're doing for your side hustle or anything like that.
It's all right.
So I know you got some strong opinions on this, and I'll let you speak them, and let's see if there's any agreeing here.
Right. All right. So first and foremost, let me just get this, out there. It's not that I disagree with people. It's not that I dislike their opinion. Like, I respect everyone's opinion, but if you're gonna say something, bring the facts. Like Chris said, he hears a bunch of malarkey all the time, and I agree somewhat, to an extent with Chris on some things, but some things that are being said are just gibberish, like he said. Number one, why I think TVD shouldn't be the starting quarterback next game against NC State. Number one, he's hurt. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pose a question to you now so you get why I'm saying this.
Okay.
So if you were a defensive coordinator planning against Miami right now, and you knew that TVD's knee or leg was hurt, what are you going to do?
Attack.
Correct. And you're going to attack which side? The side that he probably has a problem planting his foot, right?
Yes, sure would.
You try to pressure him. Okay. So that's where I'm going to stand and start. Okay. I played quarterback, so I know, basically what it's like to throw on a hurt foot. If it's your plant leg, hey, you know what? You may not be able to run. If it's your other leg, you still got to put pressure in to throw the football in the direction you're going to throw it. So that's going to limit your functionality as a quarterback, right? He has a hurt hand. Does he need surgery? That's the rumors. If he needs surgery, that's going to affect how far and how tight of a spiral you could throw. So that's another problem. So teams are going to know this. He can't stretch the field. Can he throw it deep once or twice a game? Yes, he can. Is it the system? Is it because he's hurt? Do you understand why all these factors factor in that he doesn't give us the best chance to win besides his experience? Do you understand where I'm going
Okay,
there?
I know where you're going. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And based off of that is why I make that decision. Yes, he has experience, but what has TVD shown us in the last 3 games that he's played? Let's look at his course of work. What has he done the last three
I
games?
mean, here
He's had bad
I
games.
can pull. I know the stats don't tell the whole story. I know, but I can pull it up so everybody can look at the last 3 because that's right above where the red line is drawn. That would be Georgia
Correct.
Tech, North Carolina, and Virginia.
Correct. All these games he's struggled in. Correct. He's thrown 3. I believe it's 8 or 7 interceptions, or what could have been 8, but it was dropped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I know a lot of people.
Or more interceptions.
A lot of people kept correcting me, saying, "Coop, he's thrown 8." It's not going to go down as an interception if they don't actually intercept the ball. So it's 7 in the last 3 games. Yes, 5 touchdowns, 7 picks.
And that's where my problem lies. If he's going to be inside, the game, and he's going to continue to throw these interceptions, Miami's going to have a hard time to win the game.
I mean, it's putting us in difficult situations for sure.
Yes, it is. But we have to play mistake-free football, especially now down the stretch on the teams that we're playing against. You have Emory Williams that just beat the best defense we're going to face all year. And he showed you, he might not have thrown for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns, but he was pretty much a game manager out there. He faced the best defense he's going to face, and he won. Like you said, you can't take that away from the kid.
No, definitely not. No, I mean, you can't take that away. Even if, I make the argument in that one, like when you brought up game manager of, we were able to successfully run the ball, bully them in the trenches. He did make a couple of really impressive throws. His numbers weren't off the charts. But yeah, I mean, you can't take that away from the kid. You can't do that.
Right. So going back to TVD, the limited version, because that's what I call him. He's very limited right now. He has all the tools to be great. We've seen how great he could be. But there has been NFL scouts that have
if
talked
we are not
about
going to
this,
play the backups
him
when the
staring
starter
down
is
his
injured,
receivers,
why would recruits want to
specifically
come?
X. If
They would
X
have
is
no
open,
chance
then
to
oh
play
well,
in
you
that
want to make that
scenario.
case, I respect it. But there's been a lot of cases where people on 3rd down, he has stared down he has stared down X, and there's been others open.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and he still tries to force the ball into double and triple coverage.
I mean, the announcers have talked about it, and Dabo even talked about it in his pregame press conference or the prepping for the week.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. TVD is limiting our offense, and if we can't stretch a defense or take the top off of a defense, we don't have that ability because he's injured or whatever the case may be. That's going to make it a lot harder. That's going to make teams load up the box on us. You see, I'm not talking hypotheticals now. I'm talking things that you've seen on film between these last 3 games. Teams are loading up the box on us, daring us to go over the top, and we're not going over the top. It's stressing our run game. With Emory in, I understand that we don't take that many deep shots in, but it still gives us the ability of him. He might escape the pocket. He might do more things than TVD. What I'm trying to say is TVD's ceiling right now is the same thing as Emory Williams' ceiling. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree with me on this, but I have a strong opinion on this right now because TVD shouldn't be on the field. He's too limited right now, and that's hurting us. That's making other teams scheme against us. And it's working.
So you feel, because I need to make sure that I'm on the same page here. Are you, let's see, how do I put this? So you're all for burning the red shirt and playing Emory, right? Or is that only if Tyler Van Dyke's not 90 to 100%? Like, I'm just making sure I've got it right.
Coop, I'm looking at this from a coach's perspective.
Okay.
Right now, we're still in ACC contention. We're bowl eligible.
Mm-hmm.
The ceiling right now is still the ACC championship. I'm going to chase that. Winning cures a lot, and winning helps you in recruiting. Winning helps you turn turn the page from last season 5 and 7. It helps you. So I'm gonna go for for it all. And even if people disagree and say it's TVD that gives us the best chance, I don't think so. At this point, it is Emory Williams until TVD is 100% healthy.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay. That's again. I'm looking for people that have strong opinions, and you're not going to back down. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. Look, let's just sit back and think for a second. If Emory Williams has a bad game against NC State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you live with it and say, you know what? He gave it his all. We had a bad game. We didn't get blown out, but we lost the game. Can you live with that?
If Tyler Van Dyke is as hurt as it seems, then yes.
Okay. What if now you put TVD in of how he's played now, and we lose the game without putting Emory in at all? He throws 3 interceptions or 2 interceptions. We lose the game on the road again, and we just lose the game and we didn't play Emory. Can you live with that, or at that point do you say, I'm done with TVD?
What puts me in a tough
trying to get
spot?
You to weigh both situations.
Yeah. No, I got you. I don't want to ride the fence on this, so I'll be honest. I would be pretty pissed. Yeah, but I will say that I'm still. Here's my thing. I have not completely given up on a healthy Tyler Van Dyke, is my thing.
Okay.
I would be pretty upset. Yeah, I mean, if we play him, he's coming out there with the wrap on his finger, the brace on his leg. He throws 3 picks. We're seeing a lot of the same stuff, and nothing really changes this week. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed. Yeah.
But here's the thing: when you put Tyler Van Dyke out there, even when we put what's his name, Emory in, we started off slow. That's another thing. When you start off slow, you're putting more stress on yourself. You're not converting on third down. That is hurting us tremendously. So what I'm going to say to you right now is, do you think putting TVD in, we could pass the ball to set up the run?
With TVD in the game?
Yeah.
Right now, no.
Okay. With Emory Williams, do you think we could set up the pass to make the run? Establish the run?
I feel like there's still a little bit of unknown there.
Okay. In that case, that's your opinion. I respect that.
Yeah.
But I see it the other way around. I see it with Emory Williams, we have more of a chance. There's much more of a confidence there. You could see it when he breaks the huddle with his teammates. You could see a lot of, I don't know how you call it, the body language.
Oh, no, I love his energy.
The team responds.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, the team responds a lot better, and you need that on the road, Coop. I played quarterback before. Some people may, roll with this. Some people may highly disagree and laugh at it. I don't care. All I'm trying to say is, when you're on the road, you're going to need that energy. You're going to need something to build upon. And I think Emory gives us the best chance based off what I just said, okay, and based off the fact that he's not injured. So you're going to have more capabilities with him escaping the pocket, more capabilities of throwing down the field because he is not hurt.
Okay, fair.
So that's what I had to say.
That's a fair argument.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah. Oh no. Like I said, there are the only. You want me to be completely honest here? The only argument that I do not see is starting Jakari. And like I said, it's no hate. I can see the argument for both Tyler, depending on the situation, and Emory, depending on the situation. The only one where I just flat out, I'm like, I just can't see it is playing Jakari right now at this point in the season. I can't. I don't think anybody can give me anything that will make me agree with that decision. But otherwise,
the only thing that would. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. Otherwise, I can see both sides.
Okay. That's good. That's good. It's always good to have an open mind. The only thing I would say about the Ja'Cory Brown situation is I know that they had the red shirt in mind there. The only question I would throw out there is there a transfer possibility, and that's why he's redshirting. I'm not the one to answer that.
That's what I kind of. Yep.
But I
yep.
have heard of the
Mhm.
situation where he's redshirting to transfer.
Yep.
That I will say.
Yep.
That's up to somebody else to cover if they want to.
Not me. I ain't saying. Nope. No, sir. 24/7 Canes. No. 24/7 Canes. I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
Thanks for letting me call in.
You too, man. All right. See you. Oh man, that one made me laugh. I'm literally over here like spitting on my keyboard. I'm laughing at that. Whew. Oh man, I'm still gonna take some more calls, man. Junior, all you guys that want to call in that got strong opinions, let's go. I see Florida State fans going back and forth with it. Melissa throwing back and forth. I love this. I love this. I live for this. This is so much freaking fun. I just wish it was arguing about good things and not controversial things, but it is what it is. It's part of life in college football. Let me give a shout out, another dono from my man Nick Polly here before we get the phone line open back up. I still want to get Hurricane B, Brandon, in here because I think you're a Ja'Cory, man. Come on now. If we are not going to play the backups when the starter is injured, why would recruits want to come? They would have no chance to play in that scenario. Nick Polly, thank you for the 10. I don't know. I don't, because Nick, I don't know the answer to this. Again, we're running in circles here, but are they trying to? I know that they split the first team reps on offense between TVD and Emory, but are they still holding on to trying to preserve that red shirt? Like hey, we're going to have you take reps with the first team offense just in case, but oh my goodness, please don't let it happen because we don't want to play you in another game. And they're going to be like, yo, Tyler, are you good? And Tyler's going to be like, so then they're going to play him. Thank you, Nick, for the 10. I appreciate that. Let's get it open back up again. Looking for people with some strong opinions here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. Who we got on the line tonight?
What's up, Coop? It's Hurricane B.
Hurricane B, you got in, my man.
I think I have the most ever read-alls on my phone to your show.
What you got? Are we talking like 150 plus, 200 plus? Like, give me a ballpark.
300.
How much?
I'm over 300.
Over 300. Okay. I don't know what the official record is, but I ain't going to lie. It's pretty high. Let me get your number saved in here right quick. I'm going to make note of it. The chat's scrolling pretty fast tonight. Okay. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, all right.
I'm struggling a little bit to keep up with what everyone's opinion is, but I'm trying. Talk to me.
Well, I agree with you. A healthy Tyler Van Dyke does give us the best chance. And that's period. I mean, he's got more experience. I mean, yeah, he throws the ball better when he's healthy. Now, going into North Carolina State, he could go either way with that as far as – because I played quarterback in high school. It's difficult to throw with a hurt leg.
Oh, yeah.
And keep the ball down. But with that being said, if you play Emory, you burn the red shirt.
Yep.
But here's my question. Emory played good against Clemson. He got the win.
He did enough to get it done. Yep.
Okay. Ja'Cory was 14-19, 136 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 19 carries for 87 yards in his first start.
Now, when was that?
Georgia Tech, November 12th. That was his very first start. and you can fact check that one.
I believe you. But we're talking about last year though, right?
Last year, that when he got his very first start. Now, him and Emory had similar passing numbers.
To where the U.
But the game changer is that 87 yards on the
Let's go with
ground.
TVD to end the season and move on to someone new from there.
But
because in my
can you really like can you thrust the third man in that lineup in 9 games into the season?
Well, here's how I look at it. We're eight games in, right?
Yeah, we're 6-2. Yeah, yep. So this would be game number.
We have officially showed we can't throw the ball. We're terrible. We're all over the place when we throw it. We're having to win games on the ground. So why would you not put a running quarterback in, like I said in the live chat this past Saturday? Why would you not put your best dual threat quarterback, run the ball, mix in with the read, let him pull it? You're gonna walk the safeties up. They're gonna have to walk up. They're gonna have to defend Corey. So now you're gonna leave 1-on-1 on the sides.
But see, I feel like
he's got a strong enough arm to throw it.
I feel like it's the other way, because with the O-line playing well, he's gonna have to. They're going to have to call some design runs with him, which I guess they could do, but you're going to have plenty of time to sling the ball. So don't you prefer a guy back there that can sit back there and throw it? And then when we've proven that we can run the ball, we're running it like with our running backs and getting Brashard Smith involved and stuff. Wouldn't we really? Jakari would thrive. I mean, it's bro. I don't know. I don't see that. I can't.
When it jumps, see, when it comes to Jakari. And here's how I look at it. If you got him in the gun, and just like any other quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke, he lied in the press conference. He said that he was healthy and, I just got to run the ball more. He's not a runner. That's been proven. I mean, he's sitting there saying he's got to run more. He's not
to be fair, no one is going to respect TVD running the ball right now, period.
And Emory, when he was in the game against Clemson, you got 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. We're having to throw 5 to 7 yard passes on 3rd down. You got Ja'Cory Brown in there. Now you can get in the gun. Now if you're handing the ball off, let him pull it. Let him take off around the corner. Because if he starts running the ball well, they're going to have to walk linebackers up. You're going to bring them towards the line of scrimmage. Because all they're going to think is he's going to run it, which he's very capable of doing. I mean, he proved that last year against Florida State, even though we got blew out. He still had 13 carries for 67 yards.
I mean, I'll be honest, maybe I would be more willing to entertain that if I had seen them put him in the game in some specific packages designed for him, or maybe, I know we're talking about the red shirt thing, I know, but if he would have got some burn late in the game, early in the season, so I could have seen something. I just don't, I'm talking in circles. We're talking about the red shirt stuff for both of them.
We got to run the ball, but
yeah, but I just don't see a scenario where you can throw in the guy that's technically 3rd on the depth chart 9 games into the season and expect it to turn out well.
Only way I look at it in that situation, and from what I've seen, is if we're gonna have to run the ball, then you're gonna have to put him in and let him run an offense in a running offense, because he's gonna give you your reads. He's gonna be able to pull it and run. Emory can't run it. Tyler can't run it. Now, if we're throwing the ball well and we can keep them away from the line of scrimmage, fine. But you're still looking at 6'4", 220 pounds who can run the football. Now, as far as Saturday, I think, in my personal opinion, you start Emory.
Okay.
Tyler is not – he's not healthy. For him to say that he's fine, he's healthy, he's not. And anybody with any type of football common sense can see that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I try to always remind people that most of the time that is what they're going to say, right? Hey, are you good to go? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to rock. You're always ready to play. And bro, you got players over here sometimes with their ankle will be over here just dangling, and they're like, "Coach, I'm ready. Like, tape me up. Like, I'm ready to play." That's what they're gonna say. And again, with the coaching staff, they're not gonna dive deep into the injuries, and understandably so. Like, I get it, but I do agree and I think most people here have said they agree with that he's definitely got a lot going on. Has to.
The only thing that worries me with Emory, and you said it earlier, he's a game manager.
Yeah.
He's not a game changer. He's not elite.
Not yet.
He's not
yet.
at that
Anyways.
level yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a freshman. Yeah.
Situation he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, he's managing the game well, but the only thing that he's got to do is, and it bugs me because, like I said, I was in a spread offense. We was never taught to stand with our feet side by side in a spread offense, squatted down like you're under center to catch a snap. That bugs me.
Fair.
So it's like I'm not understanding how he's planning on, because they know he's not going to run it, especially when you're in that type of mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
They know you're not a running quarterback, and that's the kind of things that like I point out, and like I said it Saturday, with Tyler. I even told my son, I said, put Emory in. I said they already know where Tyler's going with the ball. He's staring the receivers down. Everybody saw it. And if it was me on third down, I would take X out on third down.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate it. I've said before, I hate it for X. You know what I mean? Like, he's over, like, we're talking, I don't know how many receptions Restrepo's up to now. It dropped a little bit once, Emory played in a game. He had like 53, 55 plus receptions so far in the season. Like, his numbers were climbing.
Yeah. And if you go back and watch the Virginia game, look at the bracket they put around him on third down.
Yeah.
Every third down, he was in a triangle bracket. They knew where he was going with it, and that's why all they did was sit and wait on it. And even if you're watching Tyler when he's in the gun, he'll take the snap, he'll look up, and as soon as he looks up, he's constantly looking at X, just dropping his head back and forth. Whatever receiver's downfield and X, that's the only place he looks. You said it in the live chat. Throw it to Brashard Smith. He was standing wide open.
Bro.
Nobody around him.
Yeah, and I know that there was a window there where TVD could have fit it in there. But my issue was the fact that we know he's not 100%, so I didn't feel confident in him getting it there, right? So that's why I was like, okay, I mean, you got Brashard over there to the left with 20 plus yards of green in front of him. He's very capable of making one or two guys miss. I mean, but yeah, hindsight's 20/20, right? Like, it's easy to sit back and watch that slow-mo replay and break that thing down and nitpick it, to be fair. So
yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, and I'm like, when I'm sitting watching it, I just don't look at it from a fan point of view. I look at it from when I played and what I'm seeing, and it's hard enough. My wife's an Alabama fan, my son's an Oklahoma fan.
Oh gosh,
I mean,
whoo!
You see how I live. My youngest son's a Florida fan, so me and him, we already don't get along.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you got it rough. Okay, I feel for you. All right, so Brandon, I appreciate you calling in, speaking your piece on this, and I'll get your number saved so that way I can address you properly next time, my man.
All right, boss. Oh, and by the way, I prayed at church for you today.
Appreciate you.
For your blood pressure.
Yeah. You notice I didn't show the numbers on the video.
Yeah, I see
no,
that.
sir. Well, I had the pulse ox thing on one finger, blood pressure cuff on the other arm. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I need it. I need it.
All right, brother. I'll let you get some of these other phone calls. I know there's probably other people who've called 800 times.
Yeah. You have a good night, man. I appreciate you.
All right, boss.
All right, thanks. Oh shoot. I got people out here praying for Coop's blood pressure. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. We're going to keep this thing rolling? Y'all want to keep this train rolling a little bit longer? I know the numbers are starting to dwindle a bit because people got to work early on Monday most of the time. Chris Johnson can't pass protect. He's not ready. It would be tough to trust Chris Johnson with a large load right now. Same for Trevante Citizen. Especially with Citizen, I'm hype on that guy, but you got to think, the dude's not played football in, what, like a year or two? And you just can't toss those guys in there like that. I mean, that would be rough. That'd be really rough. But I love the speed from those guys, so hopefully in the future. Definitely in the future. If y'all want to go a little bit longer, Garcia's third string at Mizzou. That is correct. He sure is. Sure is. Yes, Garcia transferred. Yep. Trying to scroll through and catch up on anything that I might have missed. No one will ever respect TVD running ever. That's also fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Wildcat with Harrell. I would be mad at it. Halfback pass, Wildcat with Harrell, sure. Oh, shoot. We want to go a little bit longer? We want to go a little bit longer? What are y'all feeling? There are a couple more people that have strong opinions that want to call in? Let me know. What's up, Alan? Good to see you, man. It's been crazy. It has been crazy tonight. The whole point of this was to give you guys the stage. Thousands of people are going to watch this. I realize there's not thousands of people in here right at the moment, but trust me, once this stream goes up, there will be thousands of people that will have watched this, and this is your chance to speak your piece. This is your chance to say, I tried to tell y'all. Bro, I tried to tell y'all. You wouldn't listen, you big fat dummies. There you go. Right now. I'm still feeling good. I'm ready to rock. Yo! It's early. Why'd I swap back to the ceiling cam? What's going on here? All right. I got a suspected spam caller. Let's see. Well, hello there, spam caller.
I'm a spam caller? Come on, Coop.
I'm laughing because Google is telling me that you're a potential spam caller. That's why I'm laughing. It put like
probably because I'm calling from Louisiana and not Florida.
It might. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. It flags people randomly for that. There, literally, your phone number is there, and then there is a giant stop sign with an exclamation point in it, and in all red and bold it says "suspected spam caller."
Yeah, that's probably because a lot of the fan base that I've been arguing with over this whole big point over the past 2 weeks has probably put that on my phone whenever I call into these shows.
You've been marked.
Coach Hayes has it, and Chalupa too.
Okay. So
sick of it.
Who is it that I have here again?
This is Rocky from Louisiana.
Rocky from Louisiana. All right. I don't have your number saved in here, so I'm gonna get it saved. Talk to me. Let's chop it up here for a second.
There is no QB controversy. We have the dumbest ass fan base in the world. You guys want to throw out a true freshman quarterback and say, go get it, Emory? No. Tyler Van Dyke gives us the best chance to win, period. And like I've been arguing for the past 2 and 3 weeks with all these morons that want to see this single wing running quarterback idea with Ja'Cory Brown. Ja'Cory Brown will never start at the University of Miami. Mark it down. Mark it down, Coop. He'll never start.
Now, do you still, and we're trying to play both sides here. I like the energy, okay? Do you believe that okay, how do I word this? Do you believe that the Tyler Van Dyke, in his current health status with the way he played last week, still gives Miami the best chance to win this Saturday over the other two guys?
150%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you hit the nail on the head too, which everybody seems to want to try to ignore. I mean, I'm arguing with people on message boards. Oh, Tyler's 100% BS. Tyler is playing hurt.
Yeah.
Whether it's his knee, his hand, How often does Mario give out injury information to the media? Never. He never likes to tip his hand, right? He's not going to tell you the truth. He's playing hurt. And anybody with two eyes watching the TV screen can see that.
Oh yeah, I
He
mean
gives us the best
that's very obvious. Yeah.
It sucks, okay, that we're in this position. What did we say before the season started whenever we came into this year? One of the keys to being successful this year was staying healthy at key positions. It sucks that we're in this spot with Tyler, but even with it, you don't throw out Emory Williams at Raleigh, versus NC State on the road, a true freshman, and say he gives us the best chance to win. You gear the game plan. Here's what I'll say. Maybe Dawson needs to readjust for Tyler's situation. More quick game, more screens,
okay.
etc. The way he did with Emory. Maybe that has to happen.
Because, I mean,
to help.
They know where he stands. They see him at practice. They know what throws he can and can't make. Which is that, and I say that as in, I kind of like that idea potentially.
Yeah, I mean, if he's hurt and he's not 100% and he's got the hand issue, which to me is obvious, and he can't push the ball down the field, then adjust your game plan and your scheme just the same way they did with Emory. I mean, they did the same thing at Clemson. Go rewatch the game again. But I'll say this though, Coop. I was so frustrated watching that Virginia game because we've seen this over and over again. This is part of the whole culture change that Mario's trying to bring. Until this team decides to show up and play the Georgia Techs and the Virginias and the Dukes the same way that they decide to show up and play the Texas A&Ms, the Clemsons, and even the North Carolina game that we lost. We lost that game not because we didn't have the energy, because we turned the ball over. Until we bring the same team to those games versus the lower tier ACC teams, we'll never rise. You get where I'm coming from?
Fair. Okay.
And that's part of the culture change.
Fair.
So sick of it. They come out against Georgia Tech flat. They come out against Virginia flat. Now they woke up against Virginia and did enough to win. But it's that same lethargic in the first quarter, we don't want to be there mentality.
That first half was pitiful.
Pitiful. And I'm sick of that because there's no need for it. There's no need for that. I mean, if you turn on the first half of the Clemson game at home and the first half of the Virginia game, you're looking at two different football teams. The Clemson game, you look like at a team that's jacked up, ready to play, got their minds right, locked in. Virginia, they looked like they didn't even want to be in the stadium. Now they woke up. They did enough in the second half to get after it. But that has got to end, and that's what's driving me crazy as a Cane fan. Driving me nuts. Like you say all the time, consistently inconsistent.
And it's funny because I hate saying that, but it's true. It is.
It is. I mean, that's what needs to be fixed. I mean, these last four games, Coop, scare me to death. We're sitting at 6-2, should be 7-1. Mario screwed up. We could easily, Coop, go 6-6.
I know it is scary. It is, and it is crazy because I do believe, and I'm not talking about not breaking the game down or anything, but 3 of those 4 games should be winnable. Keyword should.
Yep. Should.
But we'll see.
But who knows what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
But I mean, look. Speaking to the topic of the show, though, look, Tyler Van Dyke gives us the best chance to win, and for the love of God, Mario Cristobal, as head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, is never gonna have. Look at it in the recruiting that he's doing. Tyler Van Dyke, Emory Williams, Judd Anderson, Luke Nick, these guys are pocket passers. Mario is going to form, which he has already done, to his credit, one of the best offensive lines in the nation. He's going to want to pound everybody into submission.
Yeah.
What we're missing right now on this offense right now is playmakers at the wide receiver. We're good. We're not bad. We got good wide receivers, but we don't have difference makers that can take, catch the ball on the screen and take it to the house. I think they're on the sidelines right now. Okay. That's where those guys are. But Restrepo, love Restrepo. He can't catch the ball and take it 90 yards. He doesn't have that game-breaking type speed. Same with Jacoby George. They're good, but they're not those type of players. I think Rashard Smith is one of those type of players. Why they don't get him involved as much, I don't know. But that's the direction they're going. It's annoying with this fan base where we need the running quarterback, the running QB, It'll never happen under Mario.
No,
my opinion.
I don't think it's the answer, and I do think you're definitely right on that. That's not what he's looking to do at all. Him or Dawson. Even if Dawson is, Mario's going to say, no.
Nope.
It's all right, my man. Rocky?
That's it.
I appreciate you for calling in. I'll get your number saved so I can address you properly the next time you call in, and I love it. Like I said, I'm wanting people to come in here with strong opinions and speak their mind on it. So I appreciate that, bro.
Crown Reuben Bain, King Hurricane. Man.
Back up. I said it. Back up the Brinks trucks. Let's keep that. Let's keep him in college. Let's keep him at Miami. Let's give him what he wants, okay?
Beast, man. Thanks, Coop.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All
right, see you. I think we can all agree on that one. There we go. Let's just shift gears and get completely off topic here. We can all agree on that one. Keep Reuben Bain. Come on, baby. LOL 305, I apologize if I missed your super chat, my man. That is on me. The chat has moved so much that it literally won't let me pin it anymore because it's moving fast. He said, let's go with TVD to end the season and move on to someone new from there. So you want to ride it out with Tyler Van Dyke. All right, my man. All right. LOL 305. Thank you for the 5, man. And like I said, I agree with that as long as he's healthy. But he's not, so it makes it tough, right? And he doesn't have to be 100, but he can't be like 60%. Like, it sounds stupid because I know that you don't go to the doctor and they're like, you are 60% healthy, sir. That's not how it works, but
this is
you can kind of gauge what a guy's capable of.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
As much as I don't like TVD, it's not a good idea to throw in a freshman QB in the middle of the season. We have to die with the general we chose while the rookie develops.
Okay. D-Lo 53 coming in with the 10. D-Lo. Appreciate the love, man. And again, I see, I see both sides. Again, the only side I don't see is Jakari, but I do see both sides of the argument there. And Jeff, are you still here? Can you pose those questions one more time? I know I got tied up, my man, and I actually did want to answer those. And I'm scrolling up and they're already gone, or I would. Are you still here, Jeff? You had like 2 or 3 questions for me, and you've put them in the chat a few times, and I meant to answer them, and I missed them. So hit me with it one more time if you still got it, bro. If not, I understand. We still got to get you in here, Junior. You going to call in? As bad as TVD is, 60% healthy is better than Williams or Brown, in my opinion. Now I can't agree with that. I don't think a 60% Tyler Van Dyke is better than an Emory Williams. I don't know for sure where to gauge Emory off of just one performance against Clemson. I don't know that you could play if you're playing a guy that's at 60%, we're in some deep doo-doo. I think that's pretty bad. So I don't know about that. But again, what is 60%? Really? Like what is 60%? I don't know, but that's pretty damn bad. I mean, you're closer to 50% than you are 100%. And if you're at 50%, you might as well march out there on some crutches. I was waiting to see if Jeff. I tried Coop. Your landline don't like me. What's your area code again, Junior? I know I asked earlier. I know Junior feels real strong about the TVD dick riding. So yo, I'm want to get you in here. Yo, and we'll take a few more phone calls, guys. We won't stay live much longer. If you're trying to hang in there, Slim Shady trying to get Slim in here too. We'll get a couple of quick calls in here, and we will probably wrap it up for the night. I know people got to work tomorrow. It's Monday, right? I got a couple meetings and video chats and things I got to do tomorrow for this week, so I got a pretty long day too. I'm looking for Junior. Hold on, I want to see if Junior drops his area code. We'll see if we can get Slim in here. Coop, would you take TVD next year if he doesn't declare? I mean, here's the real answer. The real answer is he would be at Miami. I know that's not the question you're asking, but if he doesn't declare, which he's going to be advised not to, he would be back next year. And I would see no scenario where he would want to transfer for one final year to go play for yet another offensive coordinator. Tyler Van Dyke would stay because that would give him some consistency. And he would want to play another year under Dawson and see if he could get a healthy start and come out and play better and pad his stats and then go to the NFL if he could. Would I want him to stay? Would I take him? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I hate that that's how I'm responding to that, but I'm not sure. What if you get 2021 TVD healthy? I don't know, bro. I don't know. That question has me stumped. That question has me stumped. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Slim, what's up?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm chilling, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's chilly over here too. It's done got raining and cold on this side of the state.
Yeah, it's like, but one day here it's 80, and then the next day the high is 50. It's crazy, but that's Tennessee, you know. So I don't know where you stand on this exactly, Slim. So I need you to fill me in here.
Well,
and I need you to not sugarcoat it. Please don't sugarcoat it.
Well, now you know I'm not going to do that. For me, it's simple. I mean, we've all watched football long enough to know we're not going to see Jakari this year. That's just not a thing that's going to happen. So, I mean, that we might as well put that baby to bed.
I agree.
Now, is TVD hurt? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would dare you to find me somebody who's played 8 games of football anywhere across the country who isn't. Everybody's hurt. Hurt, you can play. Injured, you can't.
Fair. There is a difference. So you believe he's... Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right. That's where I was fixing to go. Yes, he is within that 80 to 100% range. He's good enough to play. And absolutely should. Because I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. So I remember, when we did this whole QB hokey pokey thing in 2018 and then did it again in 2019, didn't turn out very well, did it?
I feel like some of us have seen this play out before.
A time or two. I can even go all the way back to when we played this game between Robert Marv and Ja'Cory Harris. How many times do we have to see this repeat itself? This isn't the first time we've seen this. Now, I'm not fixing to say that Tyler isn't in a slump, because he absolutely is. Of Quarterbacks get into slumps sometimes. It happens. That doesn't mean you bench him. That's a good way to break somebody's confidence right there. Now, I also think some of the problems that people are saying about Tyler are a little over-exaggerated.
Can you elaborate?
People that have the patience to break down film much more than me pointed out time and time again. Sometimes Tyler stares down receivers, and sometimes he doesn't. It's not as bad as people try and make it out to be. Roman Kane breaks it down. Coach Hayes breaks it down. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. It's like most stories in life. You have his side, her side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. And I think that's what you have here. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. Sometimes he stares down receivers. Sometimes he doesn't.
Fair. And you know where I stand. I know you've been listening.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But I don't think it's much of a question when you're talking about a true freshman. Yes, Tyler gives us the best chance to win for the rest of this year. Now, as far as next year goes, because what you just brought up about Tyler being told not to declare, I think is probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it would happen at the beginning of this year because this is a fairly loaded draft class for quarterbacks.
Yeah, it is.
Now, every offseason, I'm all for open competition at every position. So if he's back next year, open competition as far as I'm concerned. Nobody should be guaranteed their spot. But as far as this year,
here's the thing, though. Let's be honest. That doesn't happen, though, right?
It depends. There are some situations where it doesn't. Yes, you're right.
Like, do you think that if TVD is like, okay, I'm staying, I need another year, I don't think there's any way, unless he is just, I'm talking injured to the point, he literally can't play, that Mario doesn't start him next year no matter what happens in the offseason.
I think Emory would have to come in and absolutely blow them away. But, I mean, that's what you have to do to take a spot anyway. You don't take somebody's spot because, you might be marginally better. And if he is just marginally better, is that lack of experience versus marginally better worth it? No. So I think if he is that much better, he can come out and take the job. We make a lot of assumptions.
Oh, yeah.
We just don't really know. Like, we assume things go one way, but...
Yeah, I realize we're over here talking about competing for the starting quarterback position next year, and we don't know if TVD does stay or go. We don't even know. We still got 4 more games to play in the regular season. So,
right. And as far as that goes, like I said, I don't even think it's a question. Tyler gives us the best shot to win. I really don't. I mean, you're talking about a true freshman who, let's be honest, wasn't asked to do much to beat Clemson. They relied on the run game to do it.
Yep,
you want to talk about a bad interception? That was a bad interception Emory threw in that game.
Yep. For me, I can't have TVD running out there hobbling, and it being something that he's just struggling bad because of the injuries or how hurt he is, whatever.
I agree with that. Absolutely. But that wasn't the case this past week. He wasn't hobbling. He can't.
Yeah.
His running ability is limited anyway. He's not a running quarterback. He's mobile, but he's not a running quarterback. But you're never scheming for him to run the ball. That's a once in a blue moon thing.
Cool.
Where
you definitely don't want to now. Like you
Right.
don't even want to try to do it. Period.
Oh, I agree. Now I do think it. Hindsight being 2020 would have been smarter to have some packages with your Curry. Sure. And I'd have been all for it.
Yeah, I could get down with
But-
that. Yeah, I think that would throw a wrinkle in there that could throw some teams off because we've literally not seen it yet. And maybe we do.
Yeah.
With 4 games left. I mean, they could throw him out there for some of that.
Now, I don't necessarily think they're trying to save Emery's red shirt because that topic has come up quite a bit tonight.
Mhm.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, that's why he was the solidified backup was,
Yep.
In case Tyler gets hurt, that's the man to go. So I don't even think they were thinking about saving his red shirt for this year.
Yeah, I think that was more of a fan thing, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you're probably right. And as far as Jacurri goes, I mean, I watched the spring game. He's got trouble passing the ball still. I mean, that's still a thing. Now, is it better now? Because obviously the spring game was, 6+ months ago. I don't know. We don't get to see anything from practice. The press doesn't get to see anything from practice. So that's where a lot of the conversation I just find, what's the polite term for this? Asinine.
Okay.
Because we're going off of no information and making a whole lot of assumptions on what goes on.
Fair. Okay. So we're honestly kind of in the same boat, I believe, overall. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, me and you usually are.
Yeah, that's true.
And listen, I think too that I think people are kind of overreacting to this a little bit because we started off so hot, and then they started to think, well, maybe we could do better. They started to look at the offensive rankings and the defensive rankings, and they're like, well, maybe we have a chance to actually make a run. We never had a chance at making a run. How many teams do you see year in and year out go from 5 wins to 10+ wins? That's a very rare thing. Not saying it can't happen, but the exception proves the rule. It doesn't disprove it.
Yeah.
And that's why I haven't been, frankly, upset at all about how this season's gone, because they're either right on or possibly even exceeding what I expected them to do this year.
Yeah, and that's where I don't know if you saw my walking and venting that I posted. It was late today. It didn't go up to like 7 p.m. It's literally titled Miami Hurricanes. Oh my gosh, I don't even know my own freaking title. What did I call that video? Hold on.
I think it was it was something about a little bit better than I thought they would be.
It's titled Miami Hurricanes are slightly overperforming this season. And boy, let me tell you, them comments do not agree. But I was talking about my personal expectations after going 5-7 last year.
Sure. And me and you were right there on our expectations. I think I had them about a game better than you for the year. And it looks
which
like
could still happen.
Yeah, which looks like they could still, I mean, let's be honest here. The only game ahead of them that they should lose is probably Florida State.
That's fair.
So if that
should
ends up
lose,
being
yeah,
the
it would be
case,
that one, yeah.
I mean, if that ends up being the case, they've exceeded most realistic expectations, and you've got a hell of a season. And as long as you win your bowl game, you can carry that momentum into next season.
Yeah, that would be huge. Yeah. All right, Slim, I appreciate you calling in. I'm glad I was able to get you in here, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, buddy.
I'll talk to you later, man. All right, see you. Tell him, Coop. Wait, tell him what? On a positive note, we're going bowling this year. Yep. I love when someone throws in the word realistic. We're technically 7-1 without that atrocity with Georgia Tech. Yeah. You want in, Caden? I should have your number saved.
This is what it takes.
I'm going to take 1 or 2 more, and then I will probably wrap it up.
On the side of your
I do have a long day tomorrow.
No idea what Emery can do based on one game. He executed on what was asked.
Yes, correct.
Is he better now than a 100% TVD? TVD clearly hurt. My issue is his own words in press conference. About doing more film work. Your coach is Mr. Work. 2024 QB1 comes from Portal.
Ooh. Ooh, that last one, Tucci. Ooh, now that might get the people riled up a little bit. I wish it would let me pin that. 2024 QB1 comes from the portal. Tucci? Thank you for the 10, my man. Okay. Okay. All right. I know that when we were, oh gosh. Never mind. I hate to be that guy, but I can't say that. I can't talk about that, but maybe later. Maybe later down the road. All right, it's open. It's open. 865-229-4131. It's open. Yo, Caden, we got you.
Let's go.
What's up, man?
Thank you, Coop.
I got you. And if you don't mind, give me 1 second. I want to let the robot lady read this message out from Nick. That way it doesn't interrupt either one of you.
All good.
I'm gonna pin it up here and give it just a second. I pay her a lot of money, so let's let her do her thing and go to work here.
Yeah, I got you.
I need it. It sucks because Jeopardy music is copyrighted on YouTube. I'd love moments like this if I could just hit that little Jeopardy music button, you know?
Oh, to have it queue up, that would be perfect.
Yeah. Come on, robot lady. Nick Polly, I appreciate the 10, man. I'm gonna wait and let Bean music time. Yeah. Emery's not better than. Okay, I'm gonna let her read it out. I'm gonna let her read it out so it reads it out for everybody. I appreciate you being patient.
No problem, bro.
I could kick it to the aerial cam and like give you guys like a dance show or something if you wanted in the meantime, like, to entertain. I could do the, what is it they call it? The gritty?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coop with the gritty.
Yeah, okay, now she's just trolling us. Making us wait this long.
Uh-oh.
This is
There
what
it is.
takes
Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up
to
here.
wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Emery is not better than 100% TVD, but TVD is not 100%, and if Emery did what he was asked and got the W, why do we not ask him for more and see if he can deliver?
Emery's not better than 100% TVD, but TVD is not 100%. And if Emery did what he was asked and got the W, why do we not ask him for more and see if he can deliver? Nick Polly giving us something else to think about here. Okay, Nick, appreciate the 10, man. Let's just come on, guys. I know we're getting tired. I know it's getting late. Push just a little bit longer. Let's finish this thing out strong and on a high note here. Caden, don't water this thing down for me. How do you feel?
Honestly, okay. If you had to ask me who would I want to start for Saturday, I would say Emery.
Okay.
Because CBD is obviously hurt, right? Like you're saying, 60%. If you think about it, not just you, the fan base, he's playing with a torn ligament. I don't know what happened to his knee, but hurt knee. He's not
Nobody
gonna get
knows.
any better.
Nobody knows apparently,
Yeah,
other than 6 people. But
I don't know, something with his knee. He's not going to get better. If anything, maybe he's not in as much pain, but he's not going to get better throughout the season. So why are we just letting TVD just not even get beat up, because our offensive line has just been amazing all year. But why are we risking him when he's not even 100%? You know what I mean? You're telling people were trying to say that 100 or 60% TVD is better than Emory Williams is crazy. That's just wild. If you look at the Virginia game on the play where he almost threw the third interception to Jacoby George, if you see his hand, the ball comes off like super awkward, like not even a spiral, which I'm assuming is because of torn ligament. Which I feel bad for the kid because it's just getting destroyed on social media. I mean, I feel bad. But I mean,
It's kind of rough because I know you can't worry about this, and obviously when it comes to sports, and I'm gonna be real, life in general, it's rough, it's tough.
Yep.
And what I'm about to say is, I know that had to be tough for him if he ever looks at social media when he knows he's struggling a bit, he knows he's hurt. They come out and fight and claw their way to victory against Virginia. And even though it was ugly, the team won, right? And then you go, and if you start scrolling on social media, all the talk is, wow, TVD sucks, not, wow, the team found a way to win. I know that has to be rough. I'm just being honest.
And it's not even social media. I mean, you watch the games, they are booing him bad. Anytime he steps on the field, anytime he steps off, they are just booing him. You see, like, Restrepo or, like, one or two people kind of, like, tap on the head, like, it's all right. But, like, I haven't heard or seen, like, all the players, like, TVD's going to be fine, we have trust in him. I haven't seen anyone said that. I'm not trying to make false narratives, but it's not like they're, like, rallying right behind him. And another thing, for the people that were saying, like, Williams is a freshman, they're not going to open up the playbook. Well, my counter argument to that is Emory Williams did what he did against Clemson. Yes, I know they just ran the ball a lot, but when he needed to, he delivered against a top 10 defense, I believe. If a true freshman with 10% of the playbook can beat a top 10 defense, and TVD gets to do whatever he wants in this offense, in this playbook, and knows the playbook and has the freedom to do whatever he wants, how does he throw 3 interceptions and just stare down Restrepo the entire game? I know not the entire game, it's a little dramatic, but you get the point.
Yeah.
How is Emory criticized for just doing what he was told? I just want to see Dawson open up the playbook for Emory. And it's a win-win because if Emory is good, and he's like, wow, he impresses us through these 4 games. Obviously, he's not going to be perfect. He was playing high school ball a couple months ago. He's going to have some lumps. But if he's good and shows promise, good. We may have found a quarterback for next year in the future. And if he's bad, then we get a transfer quarterback next year. Problem solved.
I think
it's win-win in my opinion.
I think the big thing would be, and we're not going to know the answer to this, I'm just putting it out there, is it even possible to open up that playbook more with Emory? I don't mean because he's not capable. I mean, I don't know how these practices go down. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, is that even something that they can do? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's just something we won't know unless we see it. But to be honest, I just do not see Emory playing as a starter the rest of the year, unless TVD is severely hurt or it's to a point where he's just throwing 4 picks per game. Mario's going to roll out TVD.
Oh yeah, and that's why I've stood by that for weeks. As soon as all this stuff kind of fired up, I have said no. Like, I realize that there are a lot of us or a lot of fans. I don't want to include everyone. A lot of fans that want different, quarterbacks playing. But as far as the staff is concerned, that guy is QB1. Period. There is no ands, ifs, buts, no nothing. Again, if he can trot out there and throw the ball, then it's him.
Yeah, and that's just the thing. I forgot who asked that question. It was a good question or a statement where they said a healthy TVD is better than Emory Williams. I agree. I mean, I think that's very fair, and I think it's the truth. But the reality is he is not healthy. I don't think he's anywhere close to being healthy, and I don't think he'll be healthy the rest of the year because he's going against he didn't play Clemson, but NC State, which will be another really good defense. Florida State, very physical team. Louisville, who's a top-ranked team, it's not like we're just playing like Temple, North Dakota State, Idaho, or somewhere. We're playing good defenses that are gonna at least try and get after the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I'm trying to root for him, and I get he's hurt, but at the same time, it's like the last caller said, everyone's hurt. Everyone at this point of the season is hurt.
I don't
So
think that it's any, and tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't think it's any Miami fans' intent to just straight trash and dog a player. I think it's just you want to win, and you feel like it's putting us in a position to where it lowers our chances of winning. So you're just willing to speak your mind and say, no, you're going to have to bench this guy. I don't think it's people just straight hating. And most of the time, I don't think it's that in sports, period. Fans just want to see their team win. So they're going to have strong opinions on how they think the team can get there. And with some of the performances and things that have been happening, that's just how people feel about it. And it comes across as hate. Some people do go too far. But for the most part, the majority of the fan bases, they're just wanting to win. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate TVD whatsoever. I know he's, a good kid, a good person. Don't know him, but, I'm trying to root for him. The fan base wants him to win. It's just been a very rough couple games. I mean, I hope he can pull it around. I hope he can get healthy enough, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he's the best option at his current state right now for us.
That's fair. All right, Caden, I appreciate you calling in, bro. I'm glad we were able to get you in here because we're on the tail end of it. I ain't going to lie. I kept forgetting that because I don't normally stream on Sundays. Mondays are always a slog for most people, right? Like you just had the weekend. You got to get up early tomorrow and start the work week. And a lot of people are going to start hitting the hay here in a few minutes. So
true. I mean, hey, you had 300 people for a stream that wasn't really planned. So
yeah, man.
This stream was crazy.
This was just random, and that's awesome, man. The amount of love from the college football family is always awesome, man. It's the best.
Always, man, always. We love your content, Coop.
Hey.
Thank you again for taking my phone
We're going
call.
to keep grinding, man. That NC State preview video starts tomorrow, all the filming and stuff, and I got a skit planned, so it's going to be fun.
Oh, Lord. All right, I'm looking forward to it,
All right,
bro.
you have a good night, man.
You too.
All right,
Go Canes, everybody.
So, yeah, the work on the NC State video starts tomorrow, and I am excited to announce that the Inside Insight show will finally be happening again this week. I've been in contact with an NC State content creator, and I'll be jumping on one of his shows tomorrow. Going to record it. And then he's going to record an Inside Insight show with me on Wednesday, breaking down NC State. I've tried to do it again. I tried to do one for Virginia. Couldn't find any content creators. There's been several times I've tried to do them this year, and I can't find people. So it's been tough for some of those lesser opponents, man, or just teams that don't have a lot of people that cover them. So let me address these questions here because I know Jeff had been putting them in. And I'd been missing them, and I wanted to make sure that I got to them. So let me go through them here. Jeff, my man, I appreciate you being patient. First question is, Coop, do you think TVD has great vision of the field? Let me read all of them, and then we'll address it. Is he checking his second and third read on a regular basis? Is he mobile enough to be a top 10 QB? Is he injury prone? Is he a strong leader? Okay. I'm going to rapid fire these because I mean, I think these are pretty simple, at least for me, for my opinion on them. Do you think TVD has great vision of the field? I think he's shown that he can have great vision, but I think right now he's playing a little timid and he's a little rattled, shaken mentally, and he's the injuries, man. I think the injuries and the confidence and just all that stuff, man, he can. Does he right now? Probably not. Probably not. No. Is he checking his second and third read on a regular basis? Right now, I would probably say no. Probably say no right now. Is he mobile enough to be a top 10 QB? That answer is absolutely not. No. But that's not his forte. That's not his strong suit ever. I don't think, with Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler Van Dyke would be the, pocket passer, sit back behind a good, strong O-line, and pick you apart. I know he's not been doing that successfully the last few weeks, but just putting it out there. Is he injury prone? I don't know if I would say injury prone. But he has had some pretty bad luck with getting injured. Yeah, and some of it last year was us being in a situation where Mario was trotting him out there probably when he shouldn't have, and it kind of exacerbated, I guess, those injuries and made them worse. Is he a strong leader? Some people say that you can lead by showing it on the field with your stats. I have to say no, though. Again, I don't think Tyler Van Dyke is viewed as this big leader figure. Personally, no, I don't think so. Don't think so. So yeah, I wouldn't say injury prone. I agree, Melissa. I don't think injury prone. No. But I think I might wrap it up for tonight, y'all. Look, I know there's so many people that wanted to get in here. And I apologize if you weren't able to. I know that we still got almost 200 people in the building. So I feel bad for cutting it off. But I have to be up early to get my butt to work on the NC State preview. I want to make sure that I deliver you guys, a quality skit, get a laugh or two out of you, and bring the energy for the video. And then, so let's see, this week we'll have preview video will upload on Tuesday. I'll film tomorrow, but it'll go up on Tuesday. Inside Insight show will be Wednesday or Thursday. We'll still have the $300 score prediction call-in show on Friday, then the game stream on Saturday. So it should be a good week. Oh, and the final thoughts video on Thursday or Friday also. So it should be fun. Should be a really good week. NC State, man, it's in Raleigh. Have they announced the time for the game yet? Did they announce that? I don't think they have they? Oh, another night game? What? Yo! Another night game? Oh my gosh. Okay. 8 p.m. kickoff. Miami versus NC State under the lights in Raleigh at Carter Finley Stadium. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't really know where I'm going with that. I don't know. I wasn't expecting another one. So. Cardiac Canes, our must-see TV. There you go. They're expecting a double or triple overtime that'll be a nail-biter, and it'll really, really rake in the views, right? Look, man, I hope that everybody got to speak their piece and talk it out with this QB debate, controversy, whatever you want to label it as. If you're watching this VOD after the fact, leave a comment. Leave a comment if you missed talking in the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you did, because even if people are arguing with you and tagging you and disagreeing with you, bro, we're talking football here. It's fun. Everybody has their different opinions. And again, Coop's all about having adult conversations, just having fun with it. Even when things get heated, that's okay. Just make sure that we shake hands at the end of it and we enjoy ourselves, because life's too short to not have a little bit of fun and talk some trash, right? So look, thank you guys for all the love tonight. Top Single Dono, the Florida State fan, Joel Davis, thank you for the love, my man. And blanket thank yous, all the donos, the subs, the Canes fan memberships, sharing the videos, liking the stream. I appreciate y'all. I spoke my piece. I hope you spoke yours. It's time to get work to work. It's time to get to work. Look, Coops. Hold on. It's time to get back to work and prepare for NC State this week. Man, I love I love my Canes fam. I love the college football family. Y'all might have to take these combos to the comment section because the live chat's still going. It's still going. And yeah, Melissa, you predicted 7-5. Yep. Who did I have at the end? What did I have as the other losses? I'm literally just pulling this up because I need a refresher for mine. I've been wrong on several. So I had us beating NC State. Dang. Yeah, I was wrong on A&M. I was wrong on Clemson because Miami showed up in those games, took care of business. But I had us beating NC State, then losing 2 in a row, Florida State and Louisville, and then ending the season on a dub with Boston College, which would have been 7-5. Hey, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to find out. I hope it's better than that, and it can be. It can be. So it's not going to stop. We're going to keep going on. I'm going to cut y'all off. Thank you for the love on a Sunday on a random stream, though. Real talk, man. I appreciate y'all. You guys know what to do. I'm going to save the energy for later this week during game week, but you can drop a big, fat, all caps, Go Canes down in the comment section in the live chat if you want to. I appreciate the love. Thank you, everybody, man. We're all family. Don't forget that. We're all family. Much love. You guys have a safe week and try to have some fun this week. I want to say one thing here. Coop's going to end on, here comes positive, Coop. Are you ready? You guys ready for this? I want you to think about it, though. I'm serious. If you are not happy about something or with something in your life right now, whatever it may be, I don't care what it is, relationship, job, anything, I dare you. You know what? No, I double dog dare you. Yeah, I triple dog dare you to take a step this week towards changing it, whatever that may be, even if it's a small one. I'm triple dog daring you to do that because life's too short to not be happy, man. Don't waste it, please. Please. Don't waste it, all right? Take a step towards being happier this week, all right? Hey, I love you guys. I'll see you soon, all right? I appreciate y'all. Peace out, guys.